Mr. Reeves, can you hear me? Mr. Reeves? Person who's identified as Terrence, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Hi, what is your name, please?
Trayshawn Terrence.
Thank you. Sir, do you wish to speak with an in-house attorney this morning?
Yes, because I really don't know exactly what's going on.
Okay. Are you at the same address and is your phone number the same?
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to put you in the waiting room to speak with the attorney, okay?
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah, it should be Carol. You're
Hi,
welcome.
hey, Marlisa.
Good morning.
How you doing?
I'm good. How about you?
Good, thank you.
Good. You'll have me this morning.
That sounds like a good plan to me. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Mr. Reeves, can you hear me?
Yes.
Hi, good morning.
Good morning.
Sir, do you wish to speak with the in-house attorney this morning?
Yes.
Okay, and I'm gonna rename you for a second. Sir, are you still at the same address on the service drive?
Yes.
Phone number end in 9026?
Correct.
Okay, I'm gonna put you in the waiting room to speak with an in-house attorney.
All right.
Good morning, sir. Can you hear me?
Is that me? You're
Oh, yep, what is your name, please?
Stephen
I'm sorry?
Stephen Summers.
Hello?
Yeah,
Yeah.
sir, do you wish to speak with an in-house attorney this morning?
Oh, yes. I'm Marvin, Missouri.
No, sir, give me 1 second. Mr. Summers,
Yes, ma'am.
do you wish to speak with an in-house attorney this morning?
Yes, please.
Okay. Sir, has your address or phone number changed?
No.
Okay, I'm gonna put you in the waiting room to speak with the attorney.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Hello.
Please turn your camera on.
Okay. I'm trying. Meeting. Nobody room. Hmm. Yeah, I guess it's going back to camera.
You might see an invitation to go into a breakout room so that court staff can help you get labeled and connected. Please follow instructions.
Oh, I don't know what happened. It's just a black screen now. Hello?
Sir, you should see an invitation to, sir, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, but I can't see you.
That's okay. You should see an invitation to join a breakout room.
I had a camera up, and I don't know what happened to it. You said I'm in a breakout room now?
No, you should see an invitation to join a breakout room.
Do I want to join the breakout room?
No, you should see an invitation to join a breakout room.
Oh, I sent you an invitation.
Yes, no, you did not send me one. You should see it on your screen to join the breakout room.
Oh, that's what I'm saying. I'm not seeing anything. My screen is just black. I see the judge. I see the judge's court, the flag. I'm sorry. I see the flag.
Right, sir, if you could just join the breakout room.
I'm not getting that. I don't know what I'm getting. I don't even, let me go back to, every time I go to one screen, it just goes black.
Sure.
Morning, Stammer, how are you?
Good morning. How are you guys?
Okay, so far so good.
Good.
I hate to tell you this, But
Oh.
there, if you look at the breakout room, there's people are showing up this morning.
Well, that's better than not showing up, to be honest with you. Maybe the day
Yeah.
will go by a little faster.
I hope so. Good attitude. Thanks. Good morning. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you. Who do you have this morning?
Prisoner Printup.
I got it. Okay, great. Thank you so much.
Are you ready for it?
Well, if I could, yeah, he's not up until 9 o'clock, but that's okay. I'm glad you're here early. Does he wish to speak with an in-house attorney? Can you ask him that? Please.
Does he wish to?
Yes.
Okay, I can go ahead.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, ma'am. Already on the line now.
Thank you, officer.
Yes, ma'am.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Do you wish to speak with an in-house attorney this morning?
I don't think I need an attorney, do I?
Okay, it's up to you.
What is it for? Is this driving without a license?
That's correct.
Yeah, I was just
Okay.
yeah, I'm just pleading guilty.
All right, I'm gonna put you in the breakout room to speak with the prosecutor, okay?
Okay.
Hey, Angela,
Hey, Marianne.
are you ready with Mr. Printup?
Danbury and print up, yes.
Stand, okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Good morning. Ms. Manarino, who are we starting with, please?
Trevor Stanberry, please, Your Honor.
Thank you. Mr. Stanberry, would you take your cap off for me, please?
Yes, ma'am. I'm outside at I don't got no service, so that's why I had it on. I'm outside.
I understand. I appreciate it. We'll make this as quick as we can. These are 22 VB 02503 A and B, 23 VB 03232 A, B, and C. These are Van Buren Township versus Stanberry. May I have your appearances, please?
Good morning, Your Honor. Angela Mandarin on behalf of the people.
Sir, would you state your name for me?
My name is Trevor Stanberry.
Mr. Stanberry, the way the court staff have you labeled indicate that you're waiving your right to have the assistance of the court-appointed attorney this morning. Is that correct?
Yes.
You've had the chance to speak to Ms. Manarino, the prosecutor?
Yes, I have.
Ms. Manarino, how are we proceeding?
Your Honor, the offer to Mr. Stanberry is to amend both of the DWLS charges to no ops and dismiss the remaining 3 charges.
Mr. Stanberry, is that how you like to proceed this morning?
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Stanberry, before I take your pleas in these matters, I want to inform you that I'm married to an elected official in Van Buren Township. I make that disclosure as Van Buren Township is the issuing agency in these cases. My husband's not involved in the day-to-day operations of the Public Safety Department. He doesn't know anything about your case. He doesn't even know that it's scheduled this morning. Having made that disclosure to you, are you still prepared to proceed with your pleas?
Yes.
Okay, would you raise your right hand for me, sir? Do you swear or affirm the testimony you give in this matter will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Thank you. You may put your hand down. Sir, you understand that if the court accepts your pleas this morning, you will not have a trial of any kind.
Yes.
You will not have the opportunity to present witnesses on your own behalf or see and cross-examine witnesses put forth by the prosecutor.
Yes, I understand.
And sir, you're entering these pleas freely and voluntarily?
Yes.
You haven't been threatened in any way, promised anything to get you to plead guilty?
No.
Are you pleading guilty because you are in fact guilty?
Yes.
Thank you. Mr. Stanberry, you had not been arraigned in these cases. The court will have you stand mute to the original charge and ask for the pleas in these matters. Mr. Stanberry, is it true that on December 10th, 2022 in Van Buren Township, you operated a motor vehicle with no operator's license on your person?
Yes.
Satisfied, Ms. Manarino?
Satisfied, Your Honor.
And Mr. Stanberry, for this case, the court will impose the following: a fine of $100, cost of $100. There's $75 mandatory crime victim fee, $50 show cause fee, $100 warrant fees, $50 state cost, $20 fund fee. And then in the second, driving while license suspended. Sir, is it true that on October 27th, 2023, again in Van Buren Township, you operated a motor vehicle with no operator's license on your person?
Yes.
Satisfied, Ms. Manorino?
Satisfied, Your Honor.
Sir, in this second case, the court will impose the following: a fine of $100, cost of $100, $75 mandatory crime victims fee, $50 mandatory state costs, and $20 fund fee. Sir, are you prepared to pay? And the remaining cases are being dismissed, that being the registration or plate violation from December 10th, 2022, and the registration plate violation and no proof of insurance from October 27th, 2023. Are you prepared to pay these cases in full within the next 5 days, or would you like to meet with a member of the collection staff to set a payment plan?
I need to, I'm barely saving my job right now. I need to get a payment plan, please. I shouldn't even be, I'm outside across the street.
I understand, and Mr. Stanberry, I'm going to stop so you can go back to work. I don't see that anyone's here from the collections department. Sir, when you're done with work and you have a moment in the next day or two, please either go online to the court's website. There's a contact us button where you can submit an email request for a payment plan. You can come in person and set a payment plan, or you can call and speak to the collection staff and set a payment plan, okay?
Okay.
Anything else, Mr. Stanberry?
No, ma'am, that was it. Thank you.
Good luck to you, sir. Have a good day.
Thank you. You too.
Thank you.
No, huh?
Give me 1 second, Mr. Summers.
Okay.
This is 23VB027410M Van Buren Township versus Summers. May I have your appearances, please?
Director to Your Honor, Sam Richardala, P62186, appearing on behalf of Mr. Summers.
Mr. Summers, state your name for me, sir.
Stephen Summers.
Mr. Jadala, how are we proceeding in this show cause arraignment and pretrial?
Your Honor, for purposes of arraignment, we're going to waive formal reading and staying mute at this time. Mr. Summers, understanding the right that he's waiving by doing so, pleading guilty to 1 count of retail fraud, and he understands this will be taken under 771.1 for 6 months, Your Honor.
And Mr. Jadala, you're aware, and I want to disclose on the record that I'm married to an elected official in Van Buren Township. I make that disclosure as Van Buren Township is the issuing agency in this matter. My husband is not involved in the day-to-day operations of the Public Safety Department. He doesn't know anything about this case. He doesn't even know that it's scheduled. Are we prepared to proceed with the police, sir?
Absolutely, Judge.
Thank you. Mr. Summers, raise your right hand for me, sir. Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you give in this matter will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, yes, Your Honor.
Thank you, sir. You may put your hand down. Sir, you had the opportunity to speak to Mr. Jadala, and you understand the charges you face and the possible penalties.
Yes,
And after having that conversation, it's your understanding and agreement that you'll be tendering a plea of guilty as charged to retail fraud.
yes, ma'am.
And sir, you understand that if the court accepts your plea this morning, you will not have a trial of any kind.
I understand.
You will not have the opportunity to present witnesses on your own behalf or see and cross-examine witnesses put forth by the prosecutor.
Okay,
You understand that, sir?
yes,
And you're entering this plea freely and voluntarily.
yes, Your Honor.
You haven't been threatened in any way, promising anything to get you to plead guilty.
No, Your Honor.
You're pleading guilty because you are in fact guilty.
Yes, ma'am.
Is it true that on September 4th, 2023 in Van Buren Township, you went into the Meijer located on Belleville Road? You took items from the shelf that were open while the store was open to the public, and you passed all points of payment without making payment for those items?
Yes, Your Honor.
Satisfied, Mr. Jadala?
Satisfied, Your Honor.
Mr. Summers, the court accepts your plea of guilty as to the retail fraud in this matter as indicated by Mr. Jadala. That plea is taken pursuant to 771.1. Sentencing this matter will be delayed for a period of 6 months. So long as you incur no new criminal offenses in the state of Michigan during that 6 months and pay costs of $300, the matter will be administratively reviewed for dismissal. Do you need more than 5 days to pay the $300, sir?
Yes, ma'am. I severed the tendon in my thumb, so I'm going to be out of work for a while. So it's going to be, it'll be a minute. It'll be at least a month before I can come up with money.
Understood. Then, Mr. Summers, what I will ask you to do is go online to the court's website. There's a contact us button. You drop down, you can submit a request for a payment plan that way.
Okay,
Or you can call the court, or you can come in person to set a payment plan.
okay.
Before you leave, sir, you have 2 other cases that are in warrant status. Mr. Jadala, did you discuss these matters with Mr. Summers?
Your Honor, I did not see the other matters that were on the docket. I just saw this
Thank
one.
you.
What
Mr. Summers, in 3S4 233-251 BSI, this was from July 7th, 2023. Violation of basic speed law. You owe the court $245. The file's in warrant status. The court is recalling the warrant. What you need to do, sir, is again, contact the court's collection department.
Okay,
Set a payment plan for this matter. It's a civil infraction.
okay.
Okay?
I will do that.
And then the last one, Mr. Summers, is 23S 4233251A. This is State of Michigan versus Summers. This is operating with no license or multiple license. This is a state misdemeanor. Marianne, if I can get a date for him. This case is also in warrant status. Mr. Summers, the court is recalling the warrant.
What's that mean then? On the recall of the warrant? I'll be able to come into
That just
court?
means the court's removing the bench warrant from the case, Mr. Summers.
Okay,
And we'll get a date for you to come.
okay. Yeah, I never got anything, so I've been waiting in the mail.
You've been waiting in the mail?
Yeah, I've been waiting for it to come in the mail, but I hadn't gotten anything, so.
December
My-
13th,
my-
Judge, at 9 o'clock.
Pardon?
Mr. Summers,
Yes.
this case will be set for hearing on December 13th, 2023 at 9 a.m.
Okay,
That's Judge Oakley.
Yes, ma'am.
okay, where's that at?
It will be in person in courtroom number 2 with Chief Judge Brian Oakley. Notice will be mailed to you, Mr. Summers, at the address you verified with court staff this morning, okay?
Okay,
That
that the
concludes
same?
your matters, Mr. Summers. You're free to go. You'll get notice in the mail of that hearing on the 13th, okay?
Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome, sir.
Okay.
Mr. Collins. This is 23WM016620M, Wayne County Airport versus Bryson Collins. State your name for me, sir. Mr. Collins,
Sorry, yeah, Bryson Collins.
thank you. Sir, the way the court staff have you labeled indicate that you're waiving your right to have the assistance of the court-appointed attorney this morning. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Have you had the opportunity to speak to the prosecutor in this case, Mr. Mena?
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Mena, how are we proceeding this morning?
Good morning, Your Honor. I spoke with Mr. Collins. At this point, we're willing to tender him a plea of responsible to the new and amended charge of double parking. It would be a $400 in cost, and the item that was seized, which is a knife, would be destroyed.
And Mr. Collins, that's how you wish to proceed, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
Raise your right hand for me, please. Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you give in this matter will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. You may put your hand down. Mr. Collins, is it true that on September 13, 2023, at Wayne County Airport, which is City of Romulus, County of Wayne, State of Michigan, you were double parked contrary to law?
Yes.
Satisfied, Mr. Mena?
Satisfied, Your Honor.
Thank you, Mr. Collins. The court accepts your plea of responsible to the added count of double parking and will dismiss the original charge of the checkpoint violation. As indicated previously, there will be costs assessed in the amount of $400 and the seized knife will be destroyed. Do you need more than 5 days to pay this amount, sir?
No, ma'am.
5 days to pay. Anything else in this case, Mr. Mena?
No, Your Honor.
Anything else, Mr. Collins?
Yeah, how do I pay?
You can pay online, you can pay in person here at the court.
Okay, so just off the court website?
Yes, sir. You can type in the case number that appears on your notice to appear this morning, or type your name in and it will take you to where you need to go to put in your payment information.
Thank you very much.
Have a good day, sir.
You too, ma'am.
Thank you. Mr. Jadala.
I'm ready on Forbes, Hollis, and Reeves whenever the court is.
Two 3VB02990OT, Van Buren Township versus Forbes. May I have your appearances, please?
Respectfully, Your Honor, Sam Rajadala, P62186, appearing on Forbes. Would you please state your name for the record?
Tanae Forbes.
Turn your video on, please. Today is the day and time set for the show cause arraignment and pretrial. And Ms. Forbes also has 3 warrants outstanding, Mr. Jadala.
Wait, what?
Would you, well, if you could place those warrants on the record so we may notify Ms. Forbes.
I will, thank you. Ms. Forbes has 174495 OT, 172300 OT, and 161815 OM. These are cases, excuse me, where there were already pleas of guilty back in 2017. The 174495 cases from October 13, 2017, driving while license suspended, reduced to failing to display a valid license. 172800, it's from June 26, 2017, again in Van Buren Township. Failure to stop or identify after property damage accident was reduced to failing to report an accident on November the 21st, 2017. And then 161815, Van Buren Township versus Forbes was a drug crime with a plea of guilty on September the 7th, 2016. These files had gone to collections or gone into warrant status for non-payment and failure to complete work program. Mr. Jadala, what we can do is recall the warrants in these older cases and schedule them and send the matters to collections.
We respectfully request that, Your Honor.
Actually, since already, please. Thank you. And for the case that was scheduled this morning,
Your Honor, we're going to waive formal reading and stand mute. And for purposes of pretrial, Your Honor, she's going to be pleading to 1 count of no operator's license on person.
Ms. Forbes, raise your right hand for me, please. Do you swear or affirm the testimony you give in this matter will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Thank you, ma'am. You may put your hand down. You had the opportunity to discuss this case with Mr. Jadala, and you understand the charges you face and the possible penalties.
Yes.
And after having that conversation, ma'am, is your understanding and agreement that you'll be tendering a plea of guilty to the reduced count of no operator's license on person?
Yes.
And you've been on Ms. Forbes, and Mr. Jadala is aware I'm married to an elected official in Van Buren Township. He's not involved in the day-to-day operations of the Public Safety Department, doesn't know anything about this case. He doesn't know this case is scheduled. Mr. Jadala, are we still prepared to take the plea?
No objections to be prepared to proceed, Judge.
Thank you. Ms. Forbes, is it true that on October 5th, 2023 in Van Buren Township, you operated a motor vehicle with no operator's license on your person?
Yes.
Satisfied, Mr. Jadala?
Satisfied, Your Honor.
Ma'am, the court accepts your plea of guilty to the added count of no operator's license on person, will dismiss the original charge of driving while license not valid. The court will impose a fine of $100. There's cost of $100. There's $75 mandatory crime victims fee. There's $50 show cause fee, $50 state cost, and $20 fund fee. Ma'am, the cases that the court placed on the record that are in warrant status, the warrants have all been recalled, ma'am. You owe the court money in each of these files. You have 5 days to report to the court's collection department to set payment plans in these matters. Do you understand?
Fine. Yeah.
Do you have any questions, Ms. Forbes?
Yes, I do. I have plenty. Well, for the case for October, I let them know that, and I have my license right now, so I don't understand how I got my driver's license. Like, I have it now, so I don't understand why I have to pay all these fines and costs. I just didn't have it on me. And then
From 2017, ma'am?
For October that just happened, I have my license right now.
Like we discussed at the time that you were pulled over, Ms. Forbes, your license wasn't valid. It is now, and that's why they reduced it from you not having your license to you just not having it on you when you were pulled over. And that's what you're pleading to, Ms. Forbes, as we discussed in the breakout.
Okay, and then for the other warrants, I actually went to jail for the hit and run, and it wasn't really a hit and run because I left my number. I was running late for work. But I did go to jail that night after I went to work, and they sent me to Wayne County. And I did like a week or two in there or something like that. 3 days. No, it was a week. Was it a week? Yes. Oh. And then the other case, okay.
No. I'm sorry. I'm just saying to you that there are already sentences. There was already sentence in the 16 and the 2017 cases. You just need to make payment on these matters. There's a total.
Oh, no problem.
Okay, thank you, ma'am.
Call it out. Okay, and when can I make all the payments? I'm not gonna be able to make all of it in 5 days, but
there's
a website?
There's a representative on now from the court's collection department. If you have a moment, you can go into the breakout room with Maria. She'll help set a payment plan in these matters. Okay.
Talk about the warrants. Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Have a good day.
No,
this is 23VB027380T, Van Buren Township versus Hollis.
Your Honor, respectfully, Samuel Jadala, P62186, appearing on Mr. Hollis. Your Honor, we've also been notified of 23BB01564, and there's going to be a universal plea where he's going to plead. We're going to waive formal reading, stand mute on both matters, and plead guilty to 2 counts of no operator's license on person.
Thank you. Mr. Hollis, state your name for me.
Monty Hollis.
And Mr. Jadala, are you the only MIDC that we have this morning?
No, I believe Miss Medina is here, and I believe she is probably also taking care of some matters as we speak.
For the cases that you appear on, is the VBT disclosure universal, or do I need to repeat it with each case?
Your Honor, it's going to be absolutely universal throughout these matters.
Thank you, Mr. Jadala. Mr. Hollis, you had the opportunity to speak to Mr. Jadala this morning. You understand the charges you face and the possible penalties.
Yes, Your Honor.
And after having that conversation, sir, is your intention this morning to plead guilty to 2 counts of no operator's license on person?
Yes, Your Honor.
And you understand that if the court accepts the pleas this morning, you will not have trials of any kind in either matter.
Yes, Your Honor. I understand.
You will not have the opportunity to present witnesses on your own behalf or see and cross-examine witnesses put forth by the prosecutor.
Yes, Your Honor. I understand.
And sir, you're entering these pleas freely and voluntarily?
Yes.
You haven't been threatened in any way, promised anything to get you to plead guilty?
No.
You're pleading guilty because you are in fact guilty?
Yes.
Mr. Hollis, is it true that on May 16, 2023 in Van Buren Township, you operated a motor vehicle with no operator's license on your person?
Yes.
Satisfied, Mr. Jadala?
Satisfied, Your Honor.
Sir, the court accepts your plea of guilty to no operator's license on person, will dismiss the original charge of driving while license not valid. The court will impose the following: $100 fine, $100 in cost, $75 mandatory crime victim fee, $50 show cause fee, $50 warrant fee, $50 mandatory state cost, and $20 fund fee. Sir, is it also true that on September 4th, 2023, again in Van Buren Township, you drove with no operator's license on your person?
Yes.
Sir, satisfied, Mr. Jadala?
Satisfied, Your Honor.
Sir, the court will accept your plea of guilty to the added count of no operator's license on person and will dismiss the original charge of driving while unlicensed or without cycle endorsement. The court will impose the following: there's a fine of $100, there's cost of $100, there's $75 mandatory crime victims fee, $50 show cause fee, $50 mandatory state cost, $20 fund fee. Sir, do you need more than 5 days to pay the fines and costs that were assessed this morning?
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Hollis, the next thing you'll see is an invitation to go into the breakout room to speak to Maria. She's from the court's collection staff. She'll help set a payment plan that will address these matters. She can add it to the payment plan you already have, okay?
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're very welcome. Anything else in these matters, Mr. Jadala?
Nothing further, Judge.
Thank you. Good luck to you, Mr. Hollis. Please go talk to Maria. Mr. Jadala?
Yes, Your Honor. We're ready on Carl Reeves whenever the court is.
VB02812 AOT Van Buren Township versus Carl Reeves II. May I have your appearances, please?
Your Honor, respectfully, Samuel Jadala, P62186, appearing on behalf of Mr. Reeves. Mr. Reeves, please say your name.
Carl Reeves.
Your Honor, we're also here on 23VB00536A. Your Honor, I've had the opportunity to speak with Mr. Reeves regarding both matters. For purposes of arraignment, we're going to waive formal reading and stand mute on both matters. And as a universal plea, he'll be pleading guilty to 2 counts of no operator's license.
I'm sorry, Mr. Jadala?
Yes, Judge.
What's that second file?
23VB00536A as an apple.
I have the sheet, but I don't have the file. I'm sorry. The universal plea is?
He would be pleading guilty to 2 counts of no operator's license on person.
Mr. Reeves, you had the opportunity to speak to Mr. Jadala this morning. You understand the charges you face and the possible penalties.
Yes, Your Honor.
Would you raise your right hand for me, please? Do you swear or affirm the testimony you give in these matters will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you. You may put your hand down. Sir, you understand if the court accepts your pleas this morning, you will not have a trial of any kind.
Yes, Your Honor.
You will not have the opportunity to present witnesses on your own behalf or see and cross-examine witnesses put forth by the prosecutor.
Yes, Your Honor.
And sir, you're entering this plea freely and voluntarily?
Yes, Your Honor.
You haven't been threatened in any way, promised anything to get you to plead guilty?
No, Your Honor.
Are you pleading guilty, sir, because you are in fact guilty?
Yes.
Sir, is it true that on September 9, 2023 in Van Buren Township, you operated a motor vehicle with no operator's license on your person?
Yes.
Satisfied, Mr. Jadala?
Satisfied, Your Honor.
Sir, the court accepts your plea of guilty to no operator's license on person, will dismiss the original charge of driving while license suspended. The court will impose the following. There's a fine of $100. There's cost of $100. There's $75 mandatory crime victims fee. There's $50 show cause fee, $50 mandatory state cost, and $20 fund fee. And the other matter, 23VB00536A, Mr. Reeves, is it true that on February 4th, 2023, again in Van Buren Township, you operated a motor vehicle with no operator's license on your person?
Yes.
Sir, the court will accept your plea of guilty to the added count of no operator's license on your person and dismiss the original charge in that case, again, of driving while license suspended, revoked, or denied. The court will impose a fine of $100, cost of $100. There's $75 mandatory crime victims fee. There's $50 mandatory state cost, a $20 fund fee. The court sees that there is a bond posted of $200. The bond may be applied to the fines and costs imposed, and then you're responsible to pay the balance. Do you need more than 5 days to pay the balance in these matters?
Yes, Your Honor.
Then, sir, you'll be transferred in to speak to someone from the court's collection staff. She'll be able to add these two cases to the existing payment plan that you have. Anything else in these matters, Mr. Jadala?
Nothing further, Judge. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Reeves, please go speak to Maria. Other than that, you have a wonderful day, sir.
All right, you too. Thank you.
Thank you. (23WM016330M) Wayne County Airport versus Gary Harrison. May I have your appearances, please?
For the record, Your Honor, James Mann up here on behalf of the airport.
Mr. Harrison,
Yes, ma'am.
could you state your name for me, sir?
Gary Arcelius Harrison.
Thank you. Did you already speak to one of the court-appointed attorneys?
Yes, I did.
Who did you
Miss
speak to,
Medina.
sir?
Miss Medina.
She does not appear to be out right now, Mr. Harrison. I'm going to pass this matter briefly. When she comes out, I'll get your matter recalled, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. This is 23WM018530M, Wayne County Airport versus John Bailey. May I have your appearance, please?
For the record, Your Honor, James Mann appearing on behalf of the airport.
Good morning, Your Honor. Aaron Bartell on behalf of John Bailey.
State your name for me, Mr. Bailey.
John David Bailey II.
Thank you. Today is the day and time set for the arraignment and pretrial. How are we proceeding, Mr. Bartell?
Your Honor, we've come to an agreement. He'll be, my client will be pleading guilty under the charge, and it'll be a delayed sentence for 3 months under 771.1, and fines and costs is my understanding. And there will be there will be the return of the gun at the end of the 3-month period as well.
Thank you. Mr. Bailey, raise your right hand for me, please. Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you give in this matter will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Thank you, sir. You may put your hand down. You had the opportunity to discuss this case with your attorney. You understand the charges you face and the possible penalties.
Yes, Your Honor.
And after having that conversation, sir, it's your understanding you'll be tendering a plea of guilty as charged to the checkpoint violation.
Yes, Your Honor.
And sir, you understand that if the court accepts your plea this morning, you will not have a trial of any kind?
Yes.
You will not have the opportunity to present witnesses on your own behalf or see and cross-examine witnesses put forth by the prosecutor.
Yes, I understand.
And sir, you're entering this plea freely and voluntarily.
Yes, I am.
You haven't been threatened in any way, promised anything to get you to plead guilty.
No.
You're pleading guilty because you are in fact guilty.
Yes.
Mr. Bailey, is it true that on October 16, 2023 at Wayne County Airport, which is City of Romulus, County of Wayne, State of Michigan, you took a loaded firearm through TSA security?
Yes, Your Honor.
Satisfied, Mr. Mena?
Yes, Your Honor.
Satisfied, Mr. Bartel?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Bailey, the court will accept your plea of guilty as charged to the checkpoint violation. As indicated by your attorney, since in this matter will be delayed for a period of 3 months pursuant to MCL 771.1. So long as you incur no new criminal offenses in the state of Michigan, pay costs of $900. The matter will be administratively reviewed for dismissal in 3 months, and you may contact the airport police for the return of the firearm. Sir, do you need more than 5 days to pay the $900?
No, Your Honor.
Thank you. Anything else in this matter, Mr. Mena?
No, Your Honor.
Anything else, Mr. Bartel?
No, Your Honor. Thank you.
Thank you. Good luck to you, Mr. Bailey. You're free to go. You have a wonderful day.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you. This is 23WM016810M Wayne County Airport versus Amato.
Good morning, Your Honor. For the record, James Mena appearing on behalf of the airport.
Good morning, Judge Jeffrey Aboud on behalf of Julia Amato appearing via Zoom this morning.
State your name, ma'am.
I'm Julia Amato.
Thank you. Today is the day and time scheduled for the adjourned pretrial. Mr. Aboud, how are we proceeding?
Judge, I had the opportunity to discuss the matter with Mr. Mena this morning. Would like a brief adjournment. We're working on reaching a resolution, working toward reaching a resolution.
This is your client's at least second appearance and she hasn't been arraigned yet. Are we okay to arraign her this morning and then we'll do the adjournment of the pretrial?
If that's what the court wishes to do, absolutely. She'll be standing mute and we waive the formal reading.
Thank you. Mr. Amato, the court at this time will set your bond at $1,000 personal. You don't need to post any money, but what you must do is continue to appear as directed by the court until this matter is resolved in its entirety. This pretrial will be adjourned to
December 7th at 8:50.
You say December 7th?
December 7th, yes, sir, at 8:50 a.m. back here in courtroom number 1 on Zoom.
Thank you, Judge.
Is that not a good date for you, sir?
I'll make it work. It looks like I have a 9:30 at your court as well, too. So, but I also have to be in Lansing at 10, but we'll figure it out. I'll send someone else to Lansing. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Have a
Judge,
good day.
I do have a question regarding, since you have arraigned her now, I'd like see if the court would address permission to travel. She does travel out of state for work. She also has her father gets some medical treatments out of state as well. I'd ask the court for permission for those two purposes.
I have no objection, Your Honor.
Thank you. Defendant may travel out of state for work and medical treatment.
Thank you, Judge.
For her, thank you. Have a good day, Ms. Amato.
Thank you, you too.
Ms. Medina, this is 23WM01633, Airport versus Harrison. Mr. Harrison has provided his appearance.
Crystal Marie Medina, Your Honor, on behalf of Mr. Harrison. Your Honor, I did have the opportunity to speak with Mr. Mena. At this time, Mr. Harrison will be pleading guilty as charged to larceny, Your Honor.
Mr. Harrison, raise your right hand for me, sir. Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you give in this matter will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, I do.
Thank you. You may put your hand down. Sir, you had the opportunity to speak to Ms. Medina and you understand the charges you face and the possible penalties.
Yes.
And after having that conversation, sir, it's your understanding and agreement that you'll be tendering a plea of guilty as charged to larceny under $200.
Yes.
And sir, you understand that if the court accepts your plea this morning, you will not have a trial of any kind.
Yes, I do.
You will not have the opportunity to present witnesses on your own behalf or see and cross-examine witnesses put forth by the prosecutor.
Yes.
And sir, you're entering this plea freely and voluntarily.
Yes.
You haven't been threatened in any way, promised anything to get you to plead guilty.
No.
Sir, you pleaded guilty because you are in fact guilty.
Yes.
Is it true on September 10th, 2023 at Wayne County Airport, you committed the act of larceny by removing a cell phone and a wallet from another person's belongings?
No, well,
Did you take property that didn't belong to you, Mr. Harrison?
yes.
And was the value of that property less than $200?
Yes.
Satisfied, Mr. Mena?
I am, Your Honor.
Satisfied, Ms. Medina?
Yes, Your Honor, thank you.
Sir, the court accepts your plea of guilty as charged to larceny. The court will impose the following: a fine of $100, cost of $100, $75 mandatory crime victims fee, $50 mandatory state cost, $50 show cause fee, and $20 fund fee. Mr. Mena, was there any request for restitution?
There was not, Your Honor. Everything was recovered.
Thank you. Mr. Harrison, do you need more than 5 days to pay the fines and costs imposed?
No, Your Honor.
Then pay those matters to the court, sir, and then the matter will be deemed closed. Anything else, Ms. Medina?
No, Your Honor, thank you very much.
Thank you. Mr. Harrison, you're free to go. You have a good day.
I have a question, Your Honor.
Sir,
What someone get in contact with me? I'm sure they will regarding how I pay this.
sir, you can pay it online or you can pay it in person,
Oh, okay. Just
or
go back
I
and
see
do
you
it.
in Georgia, or you can mail it into the court.
Oh, I do it online. That's too much mailing.
If you go onto the court's website, you just type in the case number that's in the
Uh-huh.
upper right-hand corner of the notice you have.
Okay. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Has someone spoken to Mr. Printup?
I did, Judge.
Thank you. This is 17-0224OT 17B000403 A and B. These are Van Buren Township versus Printup. May I have your appearances, please?
Good morning, Your Honor. Angela Mannering on behalf of the people.
Would you state your name for me, please, sir?
Louis Printup.
Thank you, Mr. Printup. Today is the day and time set for the arraignment and pretrials in these matters. These cases are in warrant status. You've had the opportunity to speak to Ms. Manarino.
Yes, ma'am.
Ms. Manarino, how are we proceeding in these matters?
Your Honor, we are moving to dismiss the charge against Mr. Printup for driving on a suspended license.
Thank you. Mr. Printup, the court is recalling the warrants in all three of the matters you have pending with this court and will dismiss the driving while license suspended.
Okay.
The court's recalling the warrants in the civil infractions, sir. That's a registration or plate violation and a no proof of insurance. Those files are already in default. That's just a matter of paying the outstanding balances, okay?
Right. I'm in prison. They've been collecting the money for those fines. I don't know if they're holding the money, but they have been collecting the money over a period of 7 years.
I heard you, Mr. Printup. I just wanted to look in the file. The register of actions I have doesn't go beyond 2017. The balance that shows on the front of the files is $917. What I'll do is I'll speak to the clerk and follow up.
Oh, okay. Yeah, they
Any
just,
payments from, yeah.
yeah, they just, because I get notice of it every month. And they've collected money, they just haven't turned it over to the court. I don't know why.
That's why I'm saying I'll talk to our clerk downstairs that handles our prison mail and figure out what's
Okay.
going on. Okay?
Oh, okay, thank you.
You're very welcome. Anything else, Mr. Printup?
No, ma'am.
Thank you
So
for
I
your
don't have
patience
any
this morning.
warrants.
No, I'm recalling all the warrants, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Have a good day.
You too, ma'am.
Thank you. This is 23WM018-098OT. This is Wayne County Airport versus DeHaan.
Good morning, Your
Yes.
Honor. James Mena on behalf of the airport.
Hello, Judge. Jordan Zupke on behalf of Mr. DeHaan. He's present by Zoom. No objection. And we have a plea to double parking.
That is correct,
Would
Your
you state
Honor.
your name for me, please, Mr. DeHaan? I'm sorry.
Name is Bill or William DeHaan.
DeHaan, thank you.
That's fine, ma'am.
And
I'll
it's double
respond to anything.
parking?
Correct, Your Honor. Upon tendering a civil infraction responsible plea to double parking, the cost will be $300. The expired license and the fail to disclose CCW will be dismissed.
Thank you. Mr. DeHaan, would you raise your right hand for me, please, sir? Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you give in this matter will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, I do.
Thank you. You may put your hand down. You had the opportunity to discuss this case with your attorney. You understand the charges you face and the possible penalties.
Yes, ma'am, and I do.
And after having that conversation, is your intention this morning to plead responsible to the added count of double parking, understanding that the misdemeanor expired license and the civil infraction of failing to disclose a concealed weapon would be dismissed?
Yes, ma'am.
And your attorney your attorney explained to you all the rights you'd be waiving by entering the plea this morning. And after having that conversation, you still wish to plead responsible to the double parking?
Yes, I do, ma'am.
Sir, is it true that on October 6, 2023 at Wayne County Airport, which is City of Romulus, County of Wayne, State of Michigan, you were double parked contrary to law?
Yes, ma'am.
Satisfied, Mr. Mena?
Yes, Your Honor.
Satisfied, Mr. Zupke?
Yes, Judge.
Sir, the court will accept your plea of responsible to the added count of double parking, dismiss the misdemeanor and the original civil infraction. As indicated by and between the attorneys, court will impose a fine in this matter of $300. Do you need more than 5 days to pay this amount?
No, ma'am.
5 days to pay, and these matters will be deemed concluded. Anything else on behalf of the airport?
No, Your Honor.
Anything else on behalf of the defendant?
No, Judge. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you for your patience. Sir, you're free to go. You have a good day.
Thank you, Judge. You too.
Thank you. This is 1942860T. This is Wayne County Airport versus Marvin, Missouri. May I have your appearance, please?
Respectfully, Your Honor, Sam Richardala, P62186, appearing on behalf of Mr. Missouri. Purposes of arraignment, we'd waive formal reading and staying mute. Mr. Missouri, would you say your name, please?
Marvin, Missouri.
Your Honor, at this time, Mr. Missouri will be pleading to one count of no operator's license on person.
Mr. Missouri, raise your right hand for me, sir. Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you give in this matter will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Thank you, sir. You may put your hand down. You had the opportunity to discuss the case this morning with Mr. Jadala. You understand the charges you face and the possible penalties?
Yes.
And after having that conversation, sir, it's your understanding to be tendering a plea this morning of guilty to the added count of no operator's license on person?
Yes.
And you understand that if the court accepts your plea this morning, you will not have a trial of any kind?
Yes.
You will not have the opportunity to present witnesses on your own behalf or stand cross-examine witnesses put forth by the prosecutor?
Yes.
And sir, you're entering this plea freely and voluntarily?
Yes.
You haven't been threatened in any way, promising anything to get you to plead guilty?
No.
You're pleading guilty because you are in fact guilty.
Yes.
Sir, is it true that on October 3rd, 2019, at Wayne County Airport, which is City of Romulus County, Wayne, State of Michigan, you operated a motor vehicle with no operator's license on your person?
Yes.
Satisfied, Mr. Mena?
I'm satisfied, Your Honor.
Satisfied, Mr. Jadala?
Satisfied, Your Honor.
Mr. Missouri, the court will accept your plea of guilty to no operator's license on person and dismiss the original charge of driving while license suspended. The court will impose the following: fine of $100, cost of $100, there's $75 mandatory crime victims fee, there's a $50 warrant fee, $15 in administrative fees, $50 mandatory state cost, and $20 fund fee. The court is able to apply the bond that you previously posted. Other than that, sir, do you need more than 5 days to pay the remaining balance?
Yes.
Then, Mr. Missouri, the next thing you'll see is an invitation to go into the breakout room. Maria is here from the court's collection staff. She'll help set a payment plan for the balance, okay?
Okay.
Anything else, Mr. Mena?
No, Your Honor.
Anything else, Mr. Jadala?
Nothing further, Judge. Thank you.
Thank you. Good luck to you, Mr. Missouri. Please go in and speak to Maria.
Thank you, Your Honor.
This is 23VB029580T. This is Van Buren Township versus Michaela Watts.
Good morning, Your Honor. Angela Manarino on behalf of the people.
Good morning.
State your name, ma'am.
Michaela Watts.
Ms. Watts, the way the court staff have you labeled indicate that you're waiving your right to have the assistance of the court-appointed attorney this morning. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
And have you had the opportunity to speak to Ms. Manarino, the prosecutor?
Yes, Your Honor.
Ms. Manarino, how are we proceeding?
Your Honor, the offer to Ms. Watts was to amend the DWLS to no ops. It's my understanding she wants to accept that.
Is that your understanding this morning, Ms. Watts?
Yes, Your Honor.
Ms. Watts, I'm married to an elected official in Van Buren Township. I make that disclosure as Van Buren Township is the issuing agency. My husband doesn't know that this case is scheduled this morning. He doesn't know anything about it. Knowing that, ma'am, do you still wish to enter a plea before this court this morning?
Yes, Your Honor.
Would you raise your right hand for me, please? Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you give in this matter will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Thank you. You may put your hand down. Ma'am, you understand that if the court accepts your plea this morning, you will not have a trial of any kind?
Yes, Your Honor.
You will not have the opportunity to present witnesses on your own behalf or see and cross-examine witnesses put forth by the prosecutor?
Yes, Your Honor.
And ma'am, you're entering this plea freely and voluntarily.
Yes, Your Honor.
You haven't been threatened in any way, promised anything to get you to plead guilty?
No, Your Honor.
Are you pleading guilty because you are in fact guilty?
Yes, Your Honor.
Is it true that on October 1st, 2023 in Van Buren Township, you were operating a motor vehicle without a license on your person?
Yes, Your Honor.
Satisfied, Ms. Manarino?
Satisfied, Your Honor.
Ma'am, the court will accept your plea of guilty to the added count of no operator's license on person, dismiss the original charge of driving while license suspended. The court will impose the following: a fine of $100, cost of $100, there's $75 mandatory crime victims fee, there's $50 show cause fee, $50 mandatory state cost, and $20 fund fee. Do you need more than 5 days to pay the fines and costs that have been imposed in this matter?
Yes, Your Honor.
And the next thing you'll see is an invitation to go into the breakout room with Maria from the court's collection staff. Please go there and set a payment plan with her. You have some other outstanding matters, ma'am, an equipment violation and no proof of insurance case where you owe the court $958. She will be able to put a payment plan in place that covers all of these matters, okay?
Yes, Your Honor.
Ms. Watts, good luck to you. Have a good day.
Thank you, you too.
Thank you. Mr. Hader, are you ready with your client?
I am, Your Honor.
These are 23WM00416 A and B, Wayne County Airport versus Robert Gross. Your appearances, please.
Good morning, Your Honor. Mark Hyder for Robert Gross. Mr. Mina is on
State
the
your
other
name,
side.
sir.
Mr. Gross. Please state your name.
Hi, it's Robert Gross.
Thank you, Mr. Gross. Today is the day and time set for the final pretrials in these matters. Mr. Haidar, you've spoken to Mr. Mena this morning.
I did, Your Honor. My client stands ready to plead responsible to double parking. The original charges to be dismissed.
One double
Yeah.
parking or two, sir?
One, Your Honor, with a $500 fine. Sorry, I just jumped in the middle of this.
I'm
That's all.
sorry, Mr. Mena. Mr. Gross, raise your right hand for me, please, sir. Do you swear or affirm the testimony you give in this matter will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Thank you. You may put your hand down. You've had the opportunity to discuss this case with, I'm sorry, your client had not previously been arraigned in either of these matters, sir.
Yeah, he had, Your Honor, but we'll go ahead and waive the reading and stand mute.
Thank you. He's not showing as having been arraigned. That might be a more accurate way of saying it. Mr. Gross, you've had the opportunity to discuss this matter with your attorney. You understand the charges you face and the possible penalties.
Yes.
And after having that conversation, sir, it's your understanding and agreement that you will be tendered a plea of responsible to the added count of double parking and the original charge of being a disorderly person and trespassing would be dismissed.
Yes.
And you understand that if the court accepts your plea this morning, you will not have a trial in these matters.
Yes.
You will not have the opportunity to present witnesses on your own behalf or see and cross-examine witnesses put forth by the prosecutor.
Yes.
And you're entering this plea freely and voluntarily.
Yes.
You haven't been threatened in any way, promised anything to get you plea responsible.
No, I have not.
Sir, is it true that on April 2nd, 2023 at Wayne County Airport, which is City of Romulus, County of Wayne, State of Michigan, you were double parked contrary to law?
Yes.
Satisfied, Mr. Mena?
Satisfied, Your Honor.
Satisfied, Mr. Haidar?
Yes, Your Honor.
Sir, the court accepts your plea of responsible to the added count of double parking will dismiss the original misdemeanors in these matters. As indicated by the attorneys, fines in this matter will be $500. Do you need more than 5 days to pay that amount?
No.
5 days to pay and the matter will be deemed closed. Anything else on behalf of the airport?
No, Your Honor.
Anything else on behalf of Mr. Gross?
No, Your Honor. Thank you very much.
Thank you. That concludes these matters. You're free to go, sir. You have a wonderful day.
Quick question.
Yes, sir.
Arranging payment?
You
Arranging
may
for
pay
payment?
online or you may pay in person.
Okay. I just
Thank
go
you.
to
Or
the
you
court
can mail it into
website?
the court. I
Yes.
was looking to see where you live. Or you may mail it into the court, sir.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Mr. Hadley,
Yes, Your Honor.
are you ready with something?
We are. We're all set to go on Terrence Gresham.
Two three WM 01385OT, Wayne County Airport versus Terrence Gresham. Your appearances, please.
Good morning, Your Honor. Attorney Josh Hadley, bringing behalf of the defendant, Mr. Terrence Gresham. Mr. Gresham, please state your name for the court.
Terrence Gresham.
Thank you. Your Honor, had a chance to review the police report with my client, some documents that he's provided to me. I've advised him of the people's plea offer to the civil infraction of double parking. My client would like to have the matter set for a bench trial at the court's earliest date.
Absolutely. That bench trial date will be
December 7th at 12 o'clock.
December 7th at 12 noon. Here, are we Zoom or live, Mr. Hadley?
Mr. Gresham, do you want to do a hearing and do you want to do the trial in person or do you want to do it over the computer?
No, computer. I'm about 3 hours away from you guys.
Very good. So Your Honor, will waive our in-court presence, would ask that it be held via Zoom.
Zoom trial on December 7th at 12 Mr. Gresham, is your video working?
Yes, ma'am.
Would you turn it on for me, please?
I was under the impression it was on. I'm sorry.
Nope, you're fine. I will see you on Zoom on December 7th at noon. Have a good
Okay.
day, sir.
Thank you.
I'll be in touch, sir.
This
Thank you.
is 23WM016350M Wayne County Airport versus Van Buren. May I have your appearance, please?
Yes, Your Honor, Crystal Marie Medina on behalf of Mr. Van Buren. Mr. Van Buren, would you please state your name for the record, sir?
Michael Van Buren.
Your Honor,
Thank you. Today is
Mr.
the day and times.
I'm sorry, Your Honor.
No, ma'am, please proceed.
No, I'm sorry, Your Honor. Mr. Van Buren is prepared to plead responsible to an added count of double parking with an agreed upon fine of $400, Your Honor. He would need an opportunity to pay past the 5 days, Judge.
Thank you. Mr. Van Buren, were you able to hear Ms. Medina just now?
Yes, Your Honor.
Is what she said accurate?
Yes, Your Honor.
Raise your right hand for me, sir. Do you swear or affirm testimony you give in this matter will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, I do.
Thank you. You may put your hand down. Sir, is it true that on September 10, 2023 at Wayne County Airport, which is city of Romulus, you were double parked contrary to law?
Yes, Your Honor.
Satisfied, Ms. Medina?
Satisfied, Your Honor.
Mr. Van Buren, the court will accept your plea of responsible to the added count of double parking, dismiss the original charge of being a disorderly person. As indicated by Ms. Medina, the fine in this matter would be $400, and you need a payment plan. Is that correct, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
Then the next thing you'll see is an invitation to go into the breakout room with Maria from the court staff. Please go there to set a payment plan with her. Anything else in this case, Ms. Medina?
No, Your Honor.
Thank you. Good luck to you, Mr. Van Buren. Please go speak to Maria.
Thank you, Your Honor.
This is 23WM015570M Wayne County Airport versus Hiroshi Yuta. May I have your appearance, please?
Crystal Marie Medina, Your Honor, on behalf of Mr. Yuda. Mr. Yuda, would you please state your name for the record?
Yes, I'm Hiroshi Uda.
Ms. Medina, how are we proceeding with this arraignment and pretrial?
Your Honor, we would waive formal reading and stand mute as to the arraignment. And Mr. Yuda is prepared to plead responsible to an added count of double parking with also an agreed upon fine of $400. In exchange, the original charge would be dismissed, Your Honor.
Mr. Yuda, were you able to hear Ms. Medina just now?
Yes, Your Honor.
Was what she said correct?
Yes.
You wish to plead responsible to double parking and pay a fine of $400?
Yes, Your Honor.
Raise your right hand for me, please. Do you swear or affirm testimony you give in this matter will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
True.
Sir, is it true that on September 29, August 29, 2023, at the Wayne County Airport, city of Romulus, you were double parked contrary to law?
Yes.
Satisfied, Ms. Medina?
Satisfied, Your Honor.
Sir, the court accepts your plea of responsible to double parking, dismisses the breach of security. The court will impose a fine of $400. Do you need more than 5 days to pay this amount?
The prosecutor has said 300.
Not Mr. Jackson. I'm not talking to you,
Oh,
sir.
sorry.
Give me one moment. You're okay.
Sorry.
Mr.
Sorry.
Yuda, do you need more than 5 days to pay?
Hold on. I am Dr. Asano. I'm the supervisor for him. I have a question. I want to confirm that, misdemeanor is dismissed as long as he paid $400. Is this correct?
Correct. Yes.
That's good. Yes.
Will he be able to pay within 5 days online?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead and do that. Pay it within 5 days.
Thank you.
Okay?
Yes.
Thank you, Your Honor.
5 days to pay. Anything else, Mr. Yuda?
No.
Have a good day, sir. You're free to go.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Your Honor.
This is 23WM018540M, Wayne County Airport versus Nantambu.
Crystal Marie Medina, Your Honor, on behalf of Mr. Nantambu. Mr. Nantambu, please turn on your audio and your video, sir. Mr. Nantambu. I have been speaking with him with no issue.
I don't see him. I'm gonna pass this matter. I'm trying to just take care of when you pop out, with you and Mr. Jadala and Mr. Hadley. Mr.
Thank you.
Jadala, what are you ready with, sir?
Your Honor, I'm ready on a few matters. We can start
Hello.
with Mr. Terrence, and then after that, Pearson, if you're ready.
Gotta get the coffee.
And Mr. Nantambu is back, Your Honor, by the way. He is on screen.
I apologize, Your Honor. There was something going on with my computer.
State your name, sir.
Bomani Nantambu.
Thank you. Today is the day and time set for the arraignment and pretrial. Ms. Medina, how are we proceeding?
Your Honor, we would waive formal reading and stand mute as to the arraignment, and my client is prepared to plead guilty. There is a recommendation that that plea be taken under 771.1 for a period of 3 months, Your Honor.
Sir, raise your right hand for me, please. Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you give in this matter will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you. You may put your hand down. You had the opportunity to discuss this case with Ms. Medina, and you understand the charges you face and the possible penalties.
Yes, Your Honor.
And after having that conversation, sir, your understanding and agreements that you'll be tendering a plea of guilty as charged in checkpoint violation.
Yes, Your Honor.
And you understand that if the court accepts your plea this morning, you will not have a trial of any kind.
Yes, Your Honor.
You will not have the opportunity to present witnesses on your own behalf or see and cross-examine witnesses put forth by the prosecutor.
I understand, Your Honor.
And sir, you're entering this plea freely and voluntarily.
Yes.
You haven't been threatened in any way, promised anything to get you to plead guilty.
No, Your Honor.
Are you pleading guilty because you are in fact guilty?
Yes, Your Honor.
Sir, is it true that on October 16, 2023 at Wayne County Airport, which is located in the city of Romulus, you committed a checkpoint violation by taking a firearm through the checkpoint?
Yes, Your Honor.
Satisfied, Ms. Medina?
Satisfied, Your Honor.
Thank you. Sir, the court will accept your plea of guilty to the checkpoint violation as indicated. Sentence in this matter is delayed for a period of 3 months, so long as you incur no new criminal offenses in the state of Michigan and pay costs of $900. The matter will be administratively reviewed for dismissal. Do you need more than 5 days to pay the $900?
Yes, Your Honor.
Then Mr. Nantambu?
Nantambu.
Sorry, Nantambu, thank you. The next thing you'll see is an invitation to go into the breakout room with Maria. She is a member of this court's collection staff. She'll set a payment plan on the $900. Is there anything else, Ms. Medina?
No, Your Honor.
Thank you. That concludes this matter. Sir, please look out for the invitation to go into the collections room.
Thank you, Your Honor.
This is you're welcome. This is 23WM016960T, Wayne County Airport versus Terrence. May I have your appearance, please?
Your Honor, respectfully, Sam Rajadala, P62186, appearing on behalf of Mr. Terrence. For purposes of arraignment, we'd waive formal reading and stand mute. Mr. Terrence, please say your name.
Terrence.
Turn your video on, sir.
Your Honor, at this time, Mr. Terrence will be pleading to 1 count of no operator's license on person.
Thank you. Sir, raise your right hand for me, please. Do you swear or affirm the testimony you give in this matter will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Thank you. You may put your hand down. You've had the opportunity to discuss this case with Mr. Jadala. You understand the charges you face and the possible penalties.
Yes.
And it's your understanding and agreement this morning that you'll be tendering a plea of guilty to the added count of no operator's license on person. The original charge of driving while license not valid will be dismissed.
Yes.
And you understand that if the court accepts your plea this morning, you will not have a trial of any kind.
Yes.
You will not have the opportunity to present witnesses on your own behalf or see and cross-examine witnesses put forth by the prosecutor.
Yes.
And sir, you're entering this plea freely and voluntarily?
Yes.
You haven't been threatened in any way, promised anything to get you to plead guilty?
No.
All right, you pleaded guilty because you are in fact guilty.
Yes.
Sir, is it true that on September 18, 2023 at Wayne County Airport, city of Romulus, you operated a motor vehicle with no operator's license on your person?
Yes.
Satisfied, Mr. Jadala?
Satisfied, Your Honor.
Sir, the court accepts your plea of guilty to no operator's license on person, will dismiss the original charge The court will impose the following: a fine of $100, cost of $100, $75 mandatory crime victims fee, $50 show cause fee, $50 mandatory state cost, and $20 fund fee. Do you need more than 5 days to pay the amount, sir?
Yes.
Then, Mr. Terrence, the next thing you'll see is an invitation to go into the breakout room. You'll meet with a member of the court's collection staff. They'll set a payment plan in this matter. Is there anything else, Mr. Jadala?
Nothing further, Judge. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Terrence, please go speak to Maria. Other than that, that concludes this matter. What's your next one, Mr. Jadala?
Mr. Pearson?
I'm sorry, Houston?
Pearson, Pearson, Pearson.
Thank you.
Here I am.
These are 23WM 01412 A and B, Wayne County Airport versus Michael Pearson.
Like for Your Honor, Sam Richardala, P62186, appearing on behalf of Mr. Pearson. Purposes of arraignment, we waive formal reading and stand mute. And at this time, Your Honor, Mr. Pearson will be pleading as charged to both matters under 771.1 for 6 months. On the innkeeper matter, there's an agreed upon fine of $200, and on the MDOP, an agreed upon fine of $250. Mr. Pearson, please say your name for the record.
Michael Pearson.
Mr. Pearson, you've had the opportunity to speak to Mr. Jadala, and you wish to plead guilty as charged to defrauding an innkeeper and malicious.
What?
You said no?
I didn't say that.
Oh, somebody said no, and I was looking down writing. Mr. Pearson, you've had the opportunity to speak to Mr. Jadala, and you wish to plead guilty as charged to defrauding an innkeeper and malicious destruction of property. It's a question.
Yes, Your Honor.
Would you raise your right hand for me, please, sir? Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you give in this matter will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, Your Honor.
Is your camera not working, Mr. Pearson?
I was working earlier. I don't know why it's not. It says it's working.
I can't see you, but
I'm
Mr.
not sure what
Pearson,
my
you
issue is
understand
right
that
now.
you understand that if the court accepts your plea this morning, you will not have a trial of any kind.
Yes.
You will not have the opportunity to present witnesses on your own behalf or see and cross-examine witnesses put forth by the prosecutor.
Yes.
And sir, you're entering these pleas freely and voluntarily?
Yes.
You haven't been threatened in any way, promised anything to get you to plead guilty?
No.
Are you pleading guilty because you are in fact guilty?
Yes.
Mr. Pearson, is it true that on August 8th, 2023 at Wayne County Airport, which is city of Romulus, you committed the malicious destruction of property by driving through the gate arm at a parking facility?
Yes.
Sir, is it also true at that date and location that you failed to pay $200 to the parking?
Yes.
Satisfied, Mr. Jadala?
Satisfied, Your Honor.
Mr. Pearson, the court will accept your pleas of guilty in both of the matters before the court this morning. As indicated by Mr. Jadala, the plea is deferred for a period of 6 months. So no long as you incur no new criminal offenses in the state of Michigan during these next 6 months, and you pay $250 on the malicious destruction of property and $200 on defrauding the innkeeper, the matters will be administratively reviewed for dismissal. The court is able to apply the bonds in these matters. You would have a small balance due and owing. Do you need more than 5 days to pay the remaining balances, sir?
No, I will not.
Anything else, Mr. Jadala?
Nothing further, Judge.
Thank you. Mr. Pearson, that concludes these matters, sir. You're free to go. You have a good day.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
This is how it was. For sure. I feel like if he did a deed, it would be on here.
23WM018880OM, Wayne County Airport versus Melody Steen.
Good morning, Your Honor. James Mena for the airport.
State your name, please.
Melody Steen.
Ms. Steen, the way the staff have you labeled indicate that you're waiving your right to have the assistance of the court-appointed attorney this morning. Is that correct?
Yes.
Have you had the chance to speak to Mr. Mena, the prosecutor?
Yes.
How are we proceeding, sir?
Your Honor, we're moving to dismiss this charge at this time.
Any objection, Ms. Steen?
No.
The case is hereby dismissed, ma'am. You're free to go. You have a good day.
You too. Thank you.
Thank you. This is 23-07110M, Van Buren Township versus Tanya Ostrowski. Your appearance, please.
Hello.
Respect for Your Honor, Sam Jadala, P62186, appearing on behalf of Ms. Ostrowski. For purposes of arraignment, we're going to waive formal reading and stand mute. Respectfully request a pretrial in this matter and discovery from the prosecutor.
Ms. Ostrowski,
Yes.
state your name for me, please.
Tanya Ostrowski.
Ma'am, the court's setting your bond in this matter at $5,000 personal. You do not need to post any money, but what you must do is continue to appear as directed by the court until this matter is resolved in its entirety. The adjourned pretrial date will be
December 7th at 9 o'clock.
December 7th at 9 a.m. back here in number 1, back on Zoom. Was there anything else, Ms. Manarino?
No, Your Honor, thank you. And Mr. Jadala, I'll get you.
Anything else?
Sorry, Judge.
Anything else, Mr. Jadala?
Nothing further, Your Honor. December 7th at 9 a.m. I have that.
Thank you. Ms. Ostrowski, you're free to go. Good luck to you. I'll see you on December 7th.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
Your Honor, I still have a Mata, M-A-T-A, and a Miss Newsome that we're just setting for final pretrial.
MATA. Thank you. 23BB02819 A and B. These are Van Buren Township versus Paul Mata.
Your Honor, respectfully, Sam Jadala, P62186, appearing on behalf of Mr. Mata. Your Honor, today's the date and time set for a pretrial on this matter. I've met with the prosecutor. We're still going over discovery, so at this time, we just asked for a final pretrial on this matter.
There was a discovery order attached to the front of the file of the court assigning that. Mr. Mata, would you state your name for me, please, sir?
Yes, it's Paul Stephen Mata, M-A-T-A.
Mata. Mr. Jadal, I'm not showing that he's been arraigned in these matters.
Your Honor, we'd wait formal reading and stand mute, but this is our second time appearing.
I know. I'm not sure what happens that it does not.
Okay.
Doesn't happen. Mr. Mata, the court will set your bond at 1,000 personal. You do not need to post any money, but what you must do is continue to appear as directed until these matters are resolved in their entirety. I'm sorry, Mr. Jadala, you said final pretrial?
Yes, Judge.
I'm just looking for Mary Ann.
Oh, I'm sorry. Here I am, December 7th at 9:10.
December 7th, 2023 at 9:10 a.m. back here on Zoom, back in number 1. Anything else, Ms. Manarino?
Nothing further for me, Judge.
Thank you. Sir, you're free to go. You have a good day.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Mr. Jadala.
Your Honor, I also have Miss Newsome.
These are 23VB02850 A, B, C, and then 23VB02851OI. These are all Van Buren Township versus Amber Newsome. May I have your appearances, please?
Your Honor, respectfully, Sam Jadala, P62186, appearing on behalf of Ms. Newsome. Your Honor, much like the last case, if the record doesn't indicate she's been arraigned, she has, but we'll do it again. We'll wait for a reading, stay mute. Respectfully request final pretrial in this matter.
Ms. Newsome, would you state your name for me, please, ma'am?
Amber Newsome.
Turn your video on, please. Thank you. Ma'am, the court will set your bond in these matters at 1,000 personal. You do not need to post any money, but what you must do is continue to appear as directed by this court until these matters are resolved in their entirety. The final pretrial in these matters will be set for
December 7th at 9:10.
December 7th at 9:10 a.m. That's back here on Zoom, back here in number 1. Anything else, Mr. Jadala?
Nothing further, Judge. Thank you.
Thank you. The court has signed the discovery order. Ms. Newsome, you're free to go. You have a good day.
You too.
Thank you. Mr. Leonard,
Yes, Your Honor.
are you? Malcolm Miller, is that the case you're here for, sir?
No, the defendant is Barbara Miller.
Barbara Miller. Barbara Miller is a pre-hearing. Have you spoken to the prosecutor in this case?
I have, and Mr. Mena has indicated to me that he's going to dismiss this matter.
23WM01848, Wayne County Airport versus Barbara Miller. I'll take your word as an officer of the court that this matter is being dismissed. Is there anything else, sir?
No, Your Honor, but just for the record, my name is Edwin Leonard, bar number P26391. And as an officer of the court, Mr. Bennett did tell me a minute ago, after discussing it with me and with the defendant, that he was dismissing this matter. And I thank him and Your Honor.
Thank you, sir. You have a good day.
Happy Thanksgiving to you, Judge.
Same to you, sir. This is 1951860D and 1951870T. These are Van Buren Township versus Jessica Mills. May I have your appearances, please? You're muted, sir.
I'm sorry, Your Honor. Good morning, Your Honor. For the record, Tim Dabalski appearing on behalf of the defendant who is to my right and consents to this matter being broadcast over Zoom. Is that correct?
Yes.
Would you please state your name for the record?
Jessica Powers.
I know the ticket says Jessica Mills, Your Honor. That was her name when she received the ticket. She subsequently got divorced and retained her maiden name, which is Jessica Powers.
Mr. Dabalski, have you had the opportunity to speak to Ms. Manarino on these matters?
Yes, we have just been retained in this case. She's going to give us discovery. We set a date for December 7th, if it's okay with the court.
At 9:10, Judge.
At 9:10, December 7th, back here on Zoom, back here in number 1. Was there anything else, Mr. Dabalski?
No, thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Have a nice holiday, Your Honor.
You too. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. No, I think you're like.
Mr. Jackson,
Yes.
I'm sorry. If you saw my screen, I'm trying to get back to you, everyone. I'm trying to be mindful of their times. Mr. Jackson and then Mr. Olak. This is 23WM018560T, Wayne County Airport versus James Jackson. State your name for me, sir.
James Jackson.
Mr. Jackson, the way the court staff have you labeled indicate that you're waiving your right to have the assistance of the court-appointed attorney. Is that correct?
Yes.
You had the opportunity to speak to Mr. Mena, the prosecutor?
Yes.
Did you reach an agreement with him?
Yes.
Mr. Jackson, he is not out right now, but the notice I have from him indicates that it was a double parking, $400.
It was double parking, $300.
Do you need more than 5 days to pay that amount, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
Then, Mr. Jackson, I'll take your plea of responsible to the double parking. We'll move you into the court's collection room. You'll speak to Maria. She'll set a payment plan, or she'll help you set a payment plan for that $300, okay?
Thank you.
Thank you for your patience, sir.
Okay.
Ms. Voiles, what are you here for?
Justin LaPaw.
Have you spoken to the prosecutor?
Not yet.
Let's cue you up to go in there.
This is Attorney Mataloni. I have spoken to the prosecutor if you were talking to me.
I wasn't talking to you, sir, but I'm happy to call your case after I call Mr. Orlock. Let's see if Ms. Manarino's out. Yes.
Here, Judge.
Thank you.
Thank you and sorry.
No, it's fine. This is 1-83961 OT Van Buren Township versus Terry Ulrich. I'm sorry, 23VB03139. I'm sorry, Ms. Manarino, OM. Go ahead, Ms. Manarino, I'm sorry.
Sorry, Judge. Angela Manarino on behalf of the people.
Sir, would you state your name for me, please?
Terry Ulrich.
Mr. Ulrich, the way the court staff have you labeled indicate that you're waiving your right to have the assistance of the court-appointed attorney. Is that correct?
Yes.
You've had the opportunity to speak to Ms. Manarino?
Yes, have.
Ms. Manarino, how are we proceeding?
Your Honor, the offer to Mr. Ulrich was 771 for 6 months. For the retail fraud, I did also explain to him that he would need to be fingerprinted. There should be a fingerprint order in the court's file.
Thank you. Mr. Ulrich, that's how you wish to proceed this morning?
Yes, Your Honor.
Sir, your case, you have two cases that were, well, actually 3 files here this morning. The case that we're here scheduled for, the 23VB03139OM. I know that you've been in the courtroom. You've heard me disclose on the record that I'm married to an elected official in Van Buren Township. I make that disclosure as Van Buren Township is the issuing agency in this matter. My husband's not involved in the day-to-day operations of the Public Safety Department. He doesn't know anything about your case. He doesn't even know that schedule. That being disclosed to you, sir, do you still wish to enter a plea this morning with this court?
Yes, Your Honor.
Sir, the court, thank you. Would you raise your right hand for me, please? Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you give in this matter will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Thank you, sir. You may put your hand down. Sir, you understand that if the court accepts your plea this morning, you will not have a trial of any kind.
Yes, Your Honor.
You will not have the opportunity to present witnesses on your own behalf or see and cross-examine witnesses put forth by the prosecutor.
Yes.
And you're entering this plea freely and voluntarily?
Yes.
You haven't been threatened in any way, promising anything to get you to plead guilty?
No.
Are you pleading guilty because you are in fact guilty?
Yeah.
Sir, is it true that on October 18, 2023, in Van Buren Township, you committed the act of retail fraud by removing property from Myers or attempting to remove property from Myers in the amount of $124.96?
Yeah.
Sir, the court will accept your plea of guilty as charged to the retail fraud as indicated by Ms. Manarino. Sentence in this matter will be delayed for a matter of 6 months. So long as you incur no new criminal offenses in the state of Michigan and pay cost of $300, the matter will be administratively reviewed for dismissal. Do you need more than 5 days to pay the $300, sir?
Yes.
You'll see an invitation to go to the collections room here shortly, sir, but there's also an order for fingerprints that you need to present yourself to the Van Buren Township Department of Public Safety within the next 30 days and have your fingerprints taken. You also have some other older outstanding matters. There's 17R586188. This is City of Romulus versus Terry Ulrich. Sir, this is a civil infraction for speeding. You owe the court $370. The court will recall the warrant that's in place in this case.
You said it was 370?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
What you need to do, sir, I'm sorry, the file says 370, but the updated amount is actually, see speeding ticket 440. I'm sorry, I'm looking at the, I'll look at the updated sheet. It's 440. If you have not already done so, please contact the court's collections department. You can speak to Maria about it when you go into the breakout room to discuss the retail fraud with her. And then the other matter was 1839610T. This is a failing to display a valid license from September 12th, 2018. This case is also in warrant status. The court is recalling the warrant and directing you to the collections department for the payment plan. She'll put one payment plan in place for all three of the files, okay?
All right. How much is the third one?
The third one is 472.
All right. Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, sir. You'll see the invitation to go into the breakout room.
All right.
This is 23WM01850OM Wayne County Airport versus Cords.
For the record, Your Honor,
Morning, Mike.
Jason Mena on behalf of the airport.
Good morning, Mike Mataloni on behalf of Jason Cords. Mr. Cords should also be on Zoom.
I am on Zoom.
Today is the day and time set for the arraignment and pretrial. How are we proceeding?
The prosecution has made an offer to the defense, which I am going to accept on behalf of my client. My understanding is he'll be receiving the 771 program for 3 months, non-reporting. He'll have to pay his fines and costs, and as long as he doesn't get any trouble within those 3 months, it will be administratively dismissed, and he can get his gun back once it is dismissed.
That is correct, Your Honor.
Mr. Cords, raise your right hand for me, sir. Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you give in this matter will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you, sir. You may put your hand down. You've had the opportunity to discuss this case with your attorney. You understand the charges you face and the possible penalties.
Yes, I do.
And he explained the rights you'd be waiving by entering the plea this morning.
Yes.
And after having that conversation, you still wish to plead guilty as charged to the checkpoint violation.
Yes.
Sir, is it true that on October 15, 2023 at Wayne County Airport, which is City of Romulus, you committed a checkpoint violation by going through security with a firearm in your backpack?
That is correct, Your Honor.
Satisfied, Mr. Mena?
Satisfied, Your Honor.
Satisfied, Mr. Mataloni?
Yes, ma'am.
The court accepts the plea of guilty as charged to the checkpoint violation as indicated previously. Sentence in this matter is delayed for a period of 6 months pursuant to 3 months pursuant to 771.1. Mr. Court, so long as you incur no new criminal offenses and pay the court cost of $900, the matter will be administratively reviewed for dismissal, and you may request the return of the firearm at conclusion of that period of time. Do you need more than 5 days to pay the $900?
No, I don't.
Anything else on behalf of the airport?
No, Your Honor.
Anything else on behalf of the defendant?
No, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Cordes. That concludes this matter. You're free to go. Good luck to you, sir. Have a good day.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. You have a good day as well,
Mr.
Judge and prosecutor. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Hadley on Ms. Freeman. Let me just find the file. 23VB 0927OM Van Buren Township versus Kara Freeman.
Yes, ma'am.
Morning, Your Honor.
State your
Attorney
name,
Josh
ma'am.
Hadley, appearing on behalf of the
Kara-
defendant, Ms. Kara Freeman.
Now, Ms. Freeman.
Kara Freeman.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Today's the time set for the pretrial. Mr. Hadley, we're not showing her as arraigned. I know you were with Judge Oakley previously, but humor me.
Your Honor, we'll waive the formal reading of the arraignment and her plea of not guilty at this time. After advising my client of her rights, and meeting with the prosecutor, reviewing all the discovery, we will be pleading as charged to the retail fraud count with an agreed upon amount of restitution of $82.86.
Ms. Freeman, raise your right hand for me, please. Do you swear or affirm the testimony you give in this matter will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. You may put your hand down, Mr. Hadley. I know that you know, but I will disclose on the record. I'm married to the elected official in Van Buren Township. I make that disclosure as Van Buren Township is the issuing agency. My husband's not involved in the day-to-day operations of the Public Safety Department. Doesn't know anything about Ms. Freeman's case. Doesn't even know that it's scheduled today. Knowing that, are we still prepared to proceed with the plea?
Yes, Your Honor, no issue.
Thank you. Ms. Freeman, you understand that if the court accepts your plea of guilty this morning as charged to the retail fraud, you will not have a trial of any kind.
Yes.
You will not have the opportunity to present witnesses on your own behalf or see and cross-examine witnesses put forth by the prosecutor.
Yes.
And ma'am, you're entering this plea freely and voluntarily.
Yes.
You haven't been threatened in any way, promising anything to get you to plead guilty.
No.
Are you pleading guilty because you are in fact guilty?
Yes.
Ma'am, is it true that on September 25th, 2023 in Van Buren Township, you committed the act of retail fraud by going into the Walmart while it was open for business to the public, removing items from the shelf and failing to remit payment for those items?
Yes.
Satisfied, Mr. Hadley?
Your Honor.
Ma'am, the court accepts your plea of guilty as charged, to the retail fraud and will impose a fine of $100, cost of $100. There's $75 mandatory crime victims fee, $50 mandatory state cost, and $20 fund fee. There's also an order for restitution in the amount of $82.86. Do you need more than 5 days to pay this amount, ma'am?
Yes.
Ms. Freeman, the next thing that you'll see is an invitation to go into the collections room. You'll meet with a member of the court's collection staff who will set a payment plan in this matter. Anything else, Mr. Hadley?
Your Honor.
Thank you.
If
Ms.
I
Freeman,
may.
please go. I'm sorry, Ms. Manning.
Sorry, Judge, I didn't mean to interrupt. Was there an order for fingerprints in the file? Or was that entered
There
before?
was not. Oh, there was. My apologies.
Thank you,
Ms.
Judge.
Freeman, as indicated by Ms. Manarino, there is a request for fingerprints. The court is signing that. Please present yourself to the Van Buren Township Department of Public Safety before December 15th. Have your fingerprints taken in this matter.
Okay.
Thank you. Now please go in and speak to Maria. She'll get you set up on the payment plan.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Your Honor, I
9
lost
o'clock.
one of my defendants on a matter that we were ready to call. Do you guys speak with
Good.
a
Look-
Milta?
I was gonna say,
Delta.
give me a moment. We have some 9 o'clocks that I want to clear out. They've
And I
been
have
waiting
a-
ever so patiently, and you'll
I have
find who
one
it
of
is
them.
that you're looking for. This is 23WM018670M Wayne County Airport versus Deshaun Rogers. Turn your video on and state your name for me, please.
Deshaun Rogers.
Mr. Rogers, the way the court staff have you labeled indicate that you're waiving your right to have the assistance of the court-appointed attorney. Is that correct?
Yes.
Did you have the opportunity to speak to Mr. Mena, the prosecutor?
Yes.
Did you reach an agreement?
Yes.
What was the agreement, sir?
To be on probation for 3 months and pay a fine.
Mr. Rogers, give me a moment. That's not what his indication is to me. We'll get him back in here and I'll get the matter recalled. Let's get Ms. Freeman in with somebody from the collection staff.
She needs to accept the invitation, Judge.
Thank you. Ms. Freeman?
I'm not aware of how to do that. I'm sorry.
That's okay. When you tap your screen, do you see the ability to go into one of the breakout rooms?
Oh, Yeah, I'm sorry.
This is 23WM015210M Wayne County Airport versus Terrence Sims. Your appearance, please.
Your Honor, Attorney Josh Hadley, on behalf of the defendant, Mr. Terrence Sims, who's appearing via Zoom. Mr. Sims, please state your name for the record.
Terrence Sims.
Thank you. Today is the day and time set for the arraignment and pretrial in this matter. Mr. Hadley, how are we proceeding?
Your Honor, we'll waive the formal reading of the arraignment. We would like to enter a plea of guilty at this time and are prepared to move forward with immediate sentencing.
I'm sorry, you say you plead guilty, and what else, Mr. Hadley?
We're prepared for immediate sentencing when the court's ready for us.
Thank you. Mr. Sims, raise your right hand for me, please, sir. Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you give in this matter will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. You may put your hand down. You had the opportunity to speak to Mr. Hadley this morning, and you understand the charges you face and the possible penalties.
Yes, ma'am.
And sir, you understand that if the court accepts your plea this morning, you will not have a trial of any kind.
Yes, ma'am.
You will not have the opportunity to present witnesses on your own behalf or see and cross-examine witnesses put forth by the prosecutor.
Yes, ma'am.
And sir, you're entering this plea freely and voluntarily.
Yes, ma'am.
You haven't been threatened in any way, promised anything to get you to plead guilty?
No, ma'am.
Are you pleading guilty because you are in fact guilty?
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Sims, is it true that on August 22nd, 2023, at Wayne County Airport, which is city of Romulus, you committed a drug crime, that being the possession of marijuana by entering the airport with 2 suitcases full of vacuum sealed marijuana?
Yes, ma'am.
Satisfied, Mr. Hadley?
Yes, Your Honor.
The court accepts your plea of guilty as charged to the drug crime possession of marijuana, Mr. Sims. Mr. Hadley, anything before fines and costs are imposed?
Your Honor, we'll leave it to the court's discretion. We just state that Mr. Sims has accepted full responsibility for this matter and ask the court to consider that with fashioning fines and costs.
Thank you. Mr. Sims, the court will impose the following: a fine of $500, cost of $100. There's $75 mandatory crime victims fee, $50 mandatory state costs, and $20 fund fee. Do you need more than 5 days to pay this amount?
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Sims, what you'll see is an invitation to go into the collections room. Please go there and speak to Maria. She will help you set a payment plan for this case.
Okay. It's gonna pop up.
It should here momentarily.
Okay, I see.
Miss Marion.
Yes, Your Honor.
This is 23WM018950M, Wayne County Airport versus Mallory Marion. State your name for me, ma'am.
Mallory Louise Marion.
Miss Marion, the way the court staff had you labeled indicate that you're waiving your right to have the assistance of the court-appointed attorney. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Have you had the opportunity to speak to the prosecutor, Mr. Mena, this morning?
Yes, Your Honor.
Ma'am, the information I have from him was that there was an offer to plead guilty as charged to the checkpoint violation, with the sentence being delayed for a period of 3 months. Was that your understanding and agreement with him?
I believe so. I believe so. He's
not in the room, ma'am. He's not in the room right now. If you're not sure, we'll pass the matter. When he comes back out, I'll recall the matter.
I would appreciate that. Yes. Because that's not what we just, maybe I'm misunderstanding.
That's okay, ma'am. That's okay. We'll pass the matter. Mr. Hadley.
Thank you, Your Honor. Milta Turbides was in the breakout room. We were waiting to get a new adjourned compliance date, but I don't see her any longer.
(23WM013160M) Wayne County Airport versus Turbides. I'm sorry, sir. You were just looking for an adjournment?
Yes, Your Honor. We would ask for it to be set out 60 days. This is approximately $1,200 owed for over a month of parking. We're going to work on getting the parking issue paid with the hopes of a resolution.
January 4th, Judge, at 9 o'clock. That's with Judge Green.
Thank you.
I will notify my client.
Thank you, Mr. Hadley.
And Mary Ann, I did
Miss
send.
Medina,
Well, I'm sorry, Your Honor. I did see that Marcus Harris was tagged as one of my appointed cases. I was just arraignment counsel for that one, so I renamed him. Sorry if I caused any confusion on that.
thank you. These are 230789, 230790, 230791, and 230788. These are Van Buren Township versus Matthew Myers. May I have your appearances, please?
Angela Manring on behalf of the people.
Good morning, Your Honor. William Amadeo, P76194. On behalf of Matthew Myers, we both appear via Zoom. We have a right to be present in person. Matthew, please state your name for the prosecutor and the judge to know you're present.
Unmute yourself, sir.
Matthew, unmute yourself and tell Judge Martin you're here.
Matthew Lee Myers.
Thank you.
Thank you. How are we proceeding this morning, Mr. Amadeo?
Your Honor, I'm just waiting for some discovery. I talked to the prosecutor. Can we have the December 21st date? I think we'll have everything resolved by then.
$8:30.
We get a time for me. I'm sorry.
8:30.
That works for me.
8:30, back here on Zoom, back here in number one. Mr. Amadeo made the notation in the file that there's some discovery outstanding. Is there anything else, Ms. Manarino?
No, Your Honor, thank you.
Anything else, Mr. Amadeo?
No, thank you, Judge.
Thank you.
Have a good day.
Mr. Meyer, I'll see you on December 21st. You have a good afternoon, sir.
Thank you. You as well, Your Honor.
Thank you. This is 230704OD. Van Buren Township versus Christopher Littlejohn.
Crystal Marie Medina, Your Honor, on behalf of Mr. Littlejohn. Mr. Littlejohn, would you please state your full name for the record?
Christopher Littlejohn.
Your Honor, I am in receipt of discovery. I am just seeking a brief adjournment so Mr. Littlejohn and I have the opportunity to review that discovery, and hopefully we will have a resolution at the next pretrial.
That adjourned pretrial date will be
December 7th at 9:20.
December 7th, 2023 at 9:20 a.m. back here on Zoom, back here in number one.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Anything else, Ms. Manarino?
No,
Anything else,
Your
Ms.
Honor.
Medina?
No, Your Honor. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Littlejohn, you're free to go. You have a good day.
You too. Thank you.
Thank you. Ms. Boyles, I forgot your client's name.
Justin LaPaw.
I'm sorry?
Justin LaPaw, L-A-P-A-U-G-H.
Thank you.
It's a civil infraction, Your Honor.
Thank you. 23WM01928, Wayne County Airport versus LaPaw. Your appearances.
The record, James Mann on behalf of the airport.
Marissa Voiles, P86438, on behalf of Mr. LaPaw, whose presence I waived today.
Thank you. How are we proceeding, ma'am?
Your Honor, Mr. LaPaw is to plead responsible to a charge of double parking with a $300 fine in exchange for the original charges to be dismissed.
The court will accept that plea of responsible from you on behalf of your client. Double parking, $300. Does he need more than 5 days to pay?
Could he have 2 weeks just to be safe, Your Honor?
14 days to pay. Anything else, ma'am?
No, Your Honor. Thank you.
Thank you. That concludes this matter. Have a good day.
You too.
Miss Marion, thank you. Mr. Mena, this is 23WM01895M Wayne County Airport versus Marion.
Yes, Your Honor. I've had an opportunity to speak to Miss Marion and have a resolution of this matter. In exchange for a plea of responsible by Miss Marion and payment of $400 in costs, the original violation would be dismissed and the item that was seized would be destroyed.
double parking and destruction of the item.
Yes, Your Honor.
Ms. Marion, raise your right hand for me, please. Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you give in this matter will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you. You may put your hand down. You had the opportunity to speak to Mr. Mena. You understand the charges you face and the possible penalties?
Yes, ma'am.
And he accurately indicated that you've agreed to enter a plea of responsible to the added count of double parking and the checkpoint violation will be dismissed.
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am, is it true that on October 19, 2023 at Wayne County Airport, City of Romulus, you were double parked contrary to law?
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am, the court will accept your plea of responsible to the added count of double parking. The original misdemeanor charge of checkpoint violation will be dismissed. The court will impose a fine of $400 and the item that was seized will be destroyed. Do you need more than 5 days to pay the $400, ma'am?
No, ma'am.
5 days to pay. Anything else, Mr. Mena?
No, Your Honor.
Anything else, Ms. Marion?
No, Your Honor.
Thank you for your patience this morning, ma'am. You have a wonderful day.
Thanks, you as well.
Thank you. Mr. Davis, what are you here for this morning?
Good morning. Good morning, Your Honor. I'm here for Jeannie Williams.
Ms. Williams? Have you
Yes.
spoken to the prosecutor, sir?
Yes, I have, Judge. We're ready.
This is 23WM010150M Wayne County Airport versus Williams.
James Mena for the airport, Your Honor.
Good morning, Your Honor. I'm Rich Davis, P76203, appearing with Jeannie Williams, who's present here via Zoom. Williams, state your name. Interesting.
There
Ms.
she
Williams,
is.
unmute yourself and state your name.
Hello, this is Jeannie Williams.
This is arraignment and pretrial. Mr. Davis, how are we proceeding?
For arraignment purposes, I'll stand mute and plea of not guilty.
For purposes of pretrial?
Your Honor, she's going to plead responsible double parking with $400 in cost. The original charge will be dismissed.
That's correct.
Ms. Williams, were you able to hear your attorney just now?
Yes, ma'am.
You're pleading responsible to the added count of double parking. The disorderly person would be dismissed and you're paying costs of $400?
Yes, ma'am.
That's accurate and complete.
Yes, ma'am.
Court accepts a plea of responsible to the added count of double parking and will dismiss the original charge. Does your client need more than 5 days to pay the $400, sir?
You're paying in 5 days, you need more time.
I don't need more time.
Okay, 5 days should be
5
fine.
days to pay. Anything else, Mr. Davis?
No, nothing else.
Thank you. You're free to go, Ms. Williams. You have a good day.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Deanna Jordan.
Present, Your Honor.
Give me one moment to find the. This is 22VB022520M Van Buren Township versus Deanna Jordan.
Present, Your Honor.
Which attorney did you speak with? Do you recall?
Yes, Your Honor. It was Miss Crystal Medina.
It doesn't appear that Ms. Medina is in this main session right now. I'll pass the matter briefly. I'll get back to you, okay?
Okay, Your Honor.
Thank you. This is 23WM004000OM. This is Wayne County Airport versus Darrell Walker Jr. Your appearances, please.
James Mena for the airport, Your Honor.
William Mays on behalf of Mr. Walker. Mr. Walker, state your name.
Darrell Walker.
Judge, the prosecutor and I had an opportunity to discuss this. I've got a motion that I'm ready to file.
Mr. Mays, I'm not showing that your client's been arraigned as of yet. Are you showing arraignment on your end?
We'll waive reading if you want to,
Thank you for the formality of that. How soon will you be filing your motion, sir?
it'll be filed later today. It's done.
Thank you. Okay.
We do not need officers, I don't think.
We don't need officers.
No,
What does that mean?
it's just a legal argument.
Oh. In the interim, Mr. Walker's bond will be set at 1,000 personal. Mr. Walker, you don't need to post any money, but what you must do is continue to appear as directed by this court until this matter is resolved in its entirety. Mr. Mays, if you're filing your motion today or in the next few days, give Mr. Mena some opportunity to respond. The return date would be,
Judge, do you want to set this at the end of your docket?
yes, ma'am, please and thank you.
It's going to be December 21st at 11 o'clock.
That will work.
Thank you. December 21st at 11 a.m. back here on Zoom, back here in number 1, slotted as a motion / adjourn pre-trial. Anything else, Mr. Mena?
No, Your Honor, thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Anything else, Mr. Mena?
No,
Thank you.
Thank you.
Mr. Walker, have a good day. You're free to go.
Thank you.
This is a recall of Van Buren Township versus Jordan 22VB02252. Ms. Medina.
Crystal Marie Medina, Your Honor, on behalf of Deanna Jordan. Your Honor, we are seeking an adjournment in this matter. I think Deanna Jordan was working with one of my colleagues. I just wanted an opportunity to review discovery with them and come back.
December 7th, Judge, at 9:30.
Thank you. December 7th at 9:30. Back here in Zoom, back here in number 1.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. I'll see you then, okay?
And then, Your Honor, we're also ready on Ms. Thomas.
These are 23WM01457 A, B, and C. These are Wayne County Airports versus Thomas. May I have your appearances, please?
James Mena for the airport, Your Honor.
And Crystal Marie Medina, Your Honor, on behalf of Ms. Thomas. Ms. Thomas, if you could please unmute and say your name for the record.
Keisha Thomas.
Your Honor, my understanding is that Ms. Thomas is prepared to plead guilty to no insurance. In exchange, the other 2 misdemeanors would be dismissed, Your Honor.
That is correct, Your Honor.
Ms. Thomas, would you raise your right hand for me, please? Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you give in this matter will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am, you had the opportunity to speak to Ms. Medina this morning. You understand the charges you face and the possible penalties?
Yes, ma'am.
And ma'am, you wish to plead responsible to no insurance, the civil infraction?
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am, is it true that on August 15, 2023 at Wayne County Airport, which is City of Romulus, you were operating a motor vehicle with no insurance?
Yes, ma'am.
Satisfied, Mr. Mena?
Satisfied, Your Honor.
Satisfied, Ms. Medina?
Satisfied, Your Honor.
Ms. Thomas, the court accepts your plea of responsible to the sole count civil infraction of no insurance and will dismiss the 2 misdemeanors, the registration or plate violation, and the failure to obey a police officer. Your total fine in this matter will be $220. Do you need more than 5 days to pay this amount, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
And the next thing you'll see is an invitation to go into the collections room. Please go in there and discuss the case with Maria. She will set a payment plan in this matter, okay?
Okay, thank
Thank you, ma'am. Good luck to you.
Thank you so much, Your Honor.
I'm sorry. Thank you, Ms. Medina. Mr. Duad?
Hello, Your Honor.
Hello, who's your client, sir?
Mr. Kareem, Your Honor.
Two, three, WM 01868, Wayne County Airport versus Kareem, your appearances.
James Meta for the airport, Your Honor.
Your Honor, Attorney AJ Down on behalf of Mr. Kareem.
Have you had the opportunity to speak to Mr. Mena?
Yes, Your Honor, there is a plea of double parking with a $300 fine.
And you have your client's authority to enter such a plea.
Yes, Your Honor.
The court accepts your plea of responsible on behalf of your client to the added count of double parking will impose a fine of $300. Does your client need more than 5 days to pay this amount?
Can he have 2 weeks, please?
14 days to pay. Anything else, sir?
No, thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. That concludes this matter. You're free to go.
Thank you.
Thank you. Have we seen Attorney Pilkowitz?
I have not.
I see Evan Holloway holding on. Mr. Jadala, what do you have, sir?
Your Honor, I'm ready on 3 matters. We could start with Mr. Obish.
This is 230-838-OM, Van Buren Township versus John Obish. Your appearances.
Your Honor, respectfully, Sam Jadala appearing on behalf of Mr. Obish. Could you please say your name for the record, sir?
John Obish.
Your Honor, for purposes of arraignment, we're going to waive formal reading and stand mute. At this time, we're going to respectfully request this matter be set for a pretrial and request discovery from the city attorney.
Thank you. In the interim, Mr. Obish, the court will set your bond at $1,000 personal. You do not need to post any money, but what you must do is continue to appear as directed by this court until this matter is resolved in its entirety. The court makes notation that discovery has been requested. We will adjourn the pretrial to
December 7th at 9:30.
December 7th at 9:30 a.m., sir. That's back here in number 1 on Zoom. Anything else, Mr. Jadala?
Nothing further, Your Honor.
Thank you, Mr. Obish. I'll see you back here on December 1st, sir. I'm sorry, December 7th.
Yes,
December
ma'am.
7th. Have a good day, sir.
Your Honor, we're also ready on Davon Young.
This is 23VB032500OM. This is Van Buren Township versus Davon Young. Your appearances.
Your Honor, respectfully, Sam Jadala, P62186, appearing on behalf of Mr. Young. Your Honor, for purposes of arraignment, we'd waive formal reading and stand mute. Mr. Young, would you please say your name?
Davon Young.
Your Honor, at this time, Mr. Young will be pleading to 1 count of retail fraud. It'll be under 771 for 6 months, Your Honor.
Mr. Young, raise your right hand for me, sir. Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you give in this matter will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. You had the opportunity to speak to Mr. Jadala. You understand the charges you face and the possible penalties?
Yes, ma'am.
And after having that conversation, is your understanding and agreement that you'll be tendering a plea of guilty as charged for retail fraud?
Yes, ma'am.
And you understand that if the court accepts your plea this morning, you will not have a trial of any kind?
Yes, ma'am.
You will not have the opportunity to present witnesses on your own behalf or see and cross-examine witnesses put forth by the prosecutor? Mr. Young,
Yes, ma'am.
are you entering this plea freely and voluntarily?
Yes.
You haven't been threatened in any way, promised anything to get you to plead guilty?
Sorry, I couldn't hear you.
I said you haven't been threatened in any way, promised anything to get you to plead guilty?
Oh, no, ma'am.
Are you pleading guilty because you are in fact guilty?
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Young, is it true that on October 29, 2023, in Van Buren Township, you entered the Walmart, which was open for business to the public? You removed items from the shelf and passed all points of payment without making payment of those items?
Hold on, you said what? I couldn't hear you.
You were shoplifting from Walmart in the amount of $136.75.
Yes, ma'am.
Satisfied, Ms. Manarino?
Yes, Your Honor.
Satisfied, Mr. Jadala?
I am satisfied, Your Honor.
Thank you, Mr. Young. The court accepts your plea of guilty as charged, as indicated by Mr. Jadala. Sentence in this matter will be delayed for a period of 6 months, so long as you incur no new criminal offenses in the state of Michigan and pay the court cost of $300. The matter will be administratively reviewed for dismissal. Do you need more than 5 days to pay that amount, Mr. Young?
Yes, ma'am.
Then, Mr. Young, at the end of this hearing, you will go to the collections. You'll be moved into the collections room. Maria will be there to help set a payment plan. There is an order for fingerprints on this file as well. Mr. Young, you must present yourself to the Van Buren Township Department of Public Safety. Have your fingerprints taken by December 15th, 2023. Other than that, please go into the collections breakout room to set your payment plan. Mr. Jadala, we were done with Mr. Obuch, right?
Yes, we were. We gave a new date for
Okay.
them. We just have one matter left, is that Miss Lane, whenever the court's ready.
I'm ready. Let me just find the file. 23WM01916. Wayne County Airport versus Lane. Your appearances.
James Mena for the airport, Your Honor.
And respect for Your Honor, Sam Jadala, P62186, appearing on behalf of Mrs. Lane. For purposes of arraignment, we'd waive formal reading and stand mute. Ms. Lane, please say your name for the record.
Nostalgia Lane.
Your Honor, at this time, Ms. Lane will be pleading to the checkpoint violation under 771.1 for 3 months, Your Honor.
Thank you. Ms. Lane, raise your right hand for me, please. Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you give in this matter will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Thank you. You may put your hand down. You had the opportunity to speak to Mr. Jadala, and you understand the charges you face and the possible penalties.
Yes, I understand everything except for the fee. He didn't have a fee, an exact amount.
Okay. It's a knife. That's a little bit different than a gun. Ms. Lane, you understand that if the court accepts your plea of guilty this morning, you will not have a trial of any kind?
Yes.
You will not have the opportunity to present witnesses on your own behalf or see and cross-examine witnesses put forth by the prosecutor.
Understood.
And ma'am, you're entering this plea freely and voluntarily?
Yes.
You haven't been threatened in any way, promised anything to get you to plead guilty?
No.
Are you pleading guilty because you are in fact guilty?
Yes.
Ma'am, is it true that on October 23rd, 2023 at Wayne County Airport, which is city of Romulus, you committed a checkpoint violation by taking a double-sided knife to the checkpoint?
Yes.
Satisfied, Mr. Mena?
Satisfied, Your Honor.
Satisfied, Mr. Jadala?
Absolutely satisfied, Judge.
Thank you, ma'am. The court accepts your plea of guilty as charged in checkpoint violation. As indicated by Mr. Jadala, sentence in this matter will be delayed for a period of, I'm sorry, Mr. Jadala, you said 6 months or 3 months?
3 months, Your Honor.
3 months, ma'am. So long as you incur no new criminal offenses in the state of Michigan and pay cost of $300, the matter will be administratively reviewed for dismissal. Do you need more than 5 days to pay that amount?
No, but you said it'll be up for administrative review. Does that mean it's a possibility that they won't dismiss it?
If you don't pay the $300 or you get a new criminal case and we find out about it.
Okay.
That's what it means. Pay the $300 in costs, don't get a new criminal case in Michigan.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay, thank you.
Anything else?
Nothing further, Judge. Thank you.
No, Your Honor.
Thank you. Have a good day, Ms. Lane. Good luck to you.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Jadala.
Mr. Rogers. Deshaun Rogers.
Yes.
This is 23WM018670M Wayne County Airport versus Rogers. Sir, the way the court staff have you labeled indicate that you're waiving your right to have the assistance of the court-appointed attorney. Is that correct?
Yes.
You've had the opportunity to speak to Mr. Mena, the prosecutor from the airport.
Yes.
Mr. Mena, how are we proceeding in this case?
Your Honor, Mr. Rogers is going to plead guilty to violation of rules and regulations to be taken pursuant to 771 for a period of 3 months.
Mr. Rogers, raise your right hand for me, please, sir. Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you give in this matter will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Thank you, sir. You may put your hand down. I'm sorry, Mr. Mena, as soon as you said it, went right out of my head. How many months?
3 months, Your Honor.
3 months. If something happens at the end of the docket, I'm not sure. Mr. Rogers, you had not previously been arraigned in this matter. The court will have you stand mute to the charges against you. But other than that, sir, raise your right hand for me, please. Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you give in this matter will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Thank you. You may put your hand down. Sir, you understand that if the court accepts your plea this morning, you will not have a trial of any kind.
Yes.
You will not have the opportunity to present witnesses on your own behalf or see and cross-examine witnesses put forth by the prosecutor.
Yes.
And sir, you're entering this plea freely and voluntarily?
Yes.
You haven't been threatened in any way, promised anything to get you to plead guilty?
No.
Are you pleading guilty because you are in fact guilty?
Yes.
Sir, is it true that on October 14, 2023, at Wayne County Airport, which is city of Romulus, you violated the rules and regulations of the airport by failing to report a found article and removal of that article from the airport premises?
Yes.
Satisfied, Mr. Mena?
Satisfied, Your Honor.
Sir, the court accepts your plea of guilty as charged. As indicated by Mr. Mena, sentence in this matter will be delayed for a period of 3 months, so long as you incur no new criminal offenses in the state of Michigan in the next 90 days and you pay costs of $300. The matter will be administratively reviewed for dismissal. Do you need more than 5 days to pay this amount, sir?
Yes.
Then, Mr. Rogers, what you'll see is an invitation to go into the collections breakout room. Please go there and speak to Maria from the court's collection staff. She'll set a payment plan in this matter, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Rogers. Good luck to you, sir. Mr. Jadala.
Judge, we're ready on Marcus Harris, Judge.
These are 2308490M, 2308480M. These are both Van Buren Township versus Marcus Harris. May I have your appearances, please?
Your Honor, respectfully, Sam Jadala, appearing on behalf of Mr. Harris. For purposes of arraignment, we'd waive formal reading and stand mute. Mr. Harris, please say your name.
Marcus Harris.
Your Honor, at this time, we're going to respectfully request that this matter be set for pretrial and just be asking for discovery from the city attorney.
December 12th at 9:30.
December 12th.
Are we getting December 7th?
No, that's not right. December 7th. Sorry about that.
No problem.
That's okay. It took me a minute. I'm like, that's a Tuesday. Mr. Harris had previously been arraigned in this matter. I'm sorry, Mr. Jadala, give me 1 second. Adjourning these pretrials to December 7th at 9:30 a.m. back here in number 1 on Zoom. Mr. Harris, I will see you back here on that date at that time.
Yeah.
Sir, when we appear next time, please be on a device where the court can see you and you can be seen, okay?
I'll surely try to. Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. That concludes this matter. Have a good day.
Thank you, Judge.
You too. Thank you.
Thank you. Give me 1 second. Ms. Medina?
Your Honor, we are ready on Mr. Whitfield. It is going to actually be, Mr. Whitfield update. It's going to be a dismissal. Thank you, Your Honor.
Are we talking about 16V002593 OT Van Buren Township versus Jay Sean Whitfield?
That is exactly it, Your Honor.
Mr. Whitfield, unmute yourself, state your name for me, please.
Jay Sean Whitfield?
Do you have any objection to this case being dismissed?
No, ma'am.
It is in fact dismissed. Good luck to you, sir. You're free to go. You have a wonderful day.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Mr. Mena, can I speak to you in your room, please? Is he here? Oh, he went to his room. Thank God. Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
Mr. Torres?
Your Honor, we're not ready on that one yet. It went into the breakout room and counsel wasn't available to talk to me yet.
Okay, then I'm stepping off for just a moment, but I'll be back.
And it looks like that attorney's here to talk to Mr. Mena anyway, so I'm gonna move him into his waiting room.
Thank you.
All morning, Judge.
Okay. Marianne, don't do anything with her, okay?
Okay.
Thank you. Are we ready on the Robinson matter?
We are ready, Judge. I just had to talk with him real quick and I did.
That's fine. This is 23WM01906OM, Wayne County Airport versus Cody Robinson. Your appearance, please.
Peter Torres here on behalf of Mr. Robinson. Cody, state your name for the record, please.
Cody Robinson.
Thank you, Mr. Torres. Today is the time and place for the arraignment and pretrial. How are we proceeding this morning?
Well, for arraignment, we'll waive formal reading. He'll stand mute and ask the court to enter a plea of not guilty, but we do have a resolution.
And that will be?
A plea of responsible to double parking with a dismissal of the misdemeanor.
Thank you. Mr. Robinson, you were able to speak to your attorney this morning. You understand the charges you face and the possible penalties.
Yes.
And after having that conversation, sir, it's your understanding and agreement that you'll be tendering a plea of responsible to the added count of double parking, and the original misdemeanor of the checkpoint violation will be dismissed.
Yes.
Is it true, sir, that on October 20th, 2023 at Wayne County Airport, the city of Romulus, you were double parked contrary to law?
Yes.
Sir, the court will accept your plea of responsible to the double parking, dismiss the original checkpoint violation. I'm sorry, Mr. Torres, you said $300?
I'm not sure.
$400, Your Honor.
$400, Mr. Mena?
Yes, Your Honor.
$400. Mr. Robinson, do you need more than 5 days to pay that amount?
No.
5 days to pay, and that will conclude the matter. Anything else, Mr. Mena?
No, Your Honor.
Just
Anything else, Mr. Torres?
Part of the plea was that the item that was confiscated is forfeited and destroyed. I don't think that was placed on the record, but I just want to make sure it is.
Yeah,
Item to
that's
be
correct, Your Honor.
destroyed. Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks, Judge.
Anything else, Mr. Torres?
No, have a good day. Thank you.
Thank you, you too.
Bye.
Your Honor, we've
We
resolved
have-
Mr. McConnell.
I'm sorry. We have resolved, Mr. McConnell?
Yes, Your Honor.
Give me 1 second. This is 23WM01817 A and B. These are Wayne County Airport versus Villa Mizar.
Your Honor, my understanding is we're adjourning those matters for purposes of getting an interpreter.
Yes, the message I received in the case that the defendant appeared in person and needs a Spanish interpreter, these matters will be adjourned over. That adjournment date will be
December 7th at 9:30.
at 9:30. Thank you. There is a woman here with a red shirt on that staff has tried repeatedly to get connected to audio. We have been, oh, she's connected now. This is 23WM01529 A and B. These are Wayne County Airport versus Daryl McConnell. May I have your appearances, please?
For the record, Your Honor, James Mena appearing on behalf of the airport. Mr. McConnell, could you state your name, please?
Yes, Daryl McConnell.
Thank you, Mr. McConnell. Today is the day and time set for the formal hearing in these matters. You've had the opportunity to speak to the prosecutor, Mr. Mena.
Yes, ma'am.
How are we proceeding, Mr. Mena?
Your Honor, after speaking to Mr. McConnell, he's going to tender a responsible plea to the charge of double parking with a $200 fine. The original two charges would be dismissed. My understanding, he's already paid $400 on these cases.
It's one double parking, Mr. Mena.
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you. Mr. McConnell, you were able to hear the prosecutor just now,
Yes, ma'am.
and you wish to tender a plea of responsible to a singular count of double parking.
Yes.
Sir, is it true that on August 24, 2023 at Wayne County Airport, which is city of Romulus, you were double parked contrary to law?
Yes.
Sir, the court will accept your plea of responsible to the double parking, will impose a fine of $200 in the A file. Will dismiss the B file and refund the monies posted on the B file. Was there anything else, Mr. Mena?
Not on this file, Your Honor. Thank you.
Anything else, Mr. McConnell?
No, ma'am.
Thank you. That concludes these matters, sir. You're free to go. Thank you for your patience. You have a good day.
Thank you.
Ma'am with the red shirt on, your name?
Kelly Regay.
Miss Regay?
Yes, ma'am.
Weren't we just together?
Yes, ma'am.
When I saw your name on this file, we've had some trouble getting connected to you this morning. Did you want to speak to the to the court-appointed attorney about this case?
Yes, yes, that's okay.
Let's get you, we'll get you into a breakout room. We'll get you into a breakout room so you can talk to the court-appointed attorney about this trespass.
Okay, thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. Montreal Green.
Oh, yes. Yes, Your Honor. Thank you. I was checking if he was out of the room yet.
These
Yes, I'm here.
are 21WM026950M, 23WM01908OM, 23WM01910OM, and 23WM01909A and B. These are all Wayne County Airport versus Montreal Green. Your
Crystal
appearances,
Marie-
please.
Oh, sorry, Your Honor. Crystal Marie Medina on behalf of Mr. Green.
Mr. Green, state your name for me, please, sir.
Montreal Green.
Thank you. Ms. Medina, how are we proceeding with these matters this morning?
Your Honor, with regard to the arraignment, we would waive formal reading and stand mute. We would be requesting another pretrial date, Your Honor, so that Mr. Green and I have the opportunity to discuss this matter further.
No objection, Your Honor.
Thank you. Mr. Green, in the interim, the court will set your bond in these matters at $1,000 personal. You don't need to post any money, but what you must do is continue to appear until these cases are resolved. The adjourned pretrial date will be
December 7th at 9:40.
December 7th at 9:40. Notice of that reappearance date, Mr. Green, will be mailed to you at the address that you verified with court staff. Mr. Mena, is there anything else in these matters this morning?
No, Your Honor.
Thank you. Anything else, Ms. Medina?
No, Your Honor. Thank you very much.
Have a good day, Mr. Green. You're free to go.
Okay, thank you. You too.
What are you talking about?
Ms. Regay, you should see an
We've already done
invitation
that.
to join a breakout room.
We've already done that. You did it. I did it.
What, ma'am?
You should see an invitation to join a breakout room.
No, ma'am, I don't. My phone, I'm sorry, my phone's dying and everything. I'm trying my best.
It's not going. I don't know that he knows that yet because something's going on with he's on the video right now. I'm getting ready. I don't know what they're doing. Leah Coates.
Yes, Your Honor.
This is 23VB032490 Van Buren Township versus Leah Coates. State your name for the record, please.
Leah Coates.
Ms. Coates, the way the court staff have you labeled indicate that you're waiving your right to have the assistance of the court-appointed attorney this morning. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Have you spoken to the prosecutor, Ms. Manarino?
No, I don't think I spoke to the prosecutor.
Your Honor, we did speak.
How are we proceeding this morning, Ms. Manarino?
Your Honor, I offered Ms. Coates that if she pleads guilty on the retail fraud charge, we would ask the court to take that under 771 for a period of 6 months, and she indicated she wanted to accept that.
Okay, sorry. Yes, we did speak. I was speaking to a couple people.
Ms. Coates, raise your right hand for me, please. Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you give in this matter will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you, ma'am. I'm not sure if you've been in the courtroom, but before I take your plea in this matter, I want to make you aware of the fact that I'm married to an elected official in Van Buren Township. I make that disclosure as Van Buren Township is the issuing agency of this case. My husband is not involved in the day-to-day operations of the Public Safety Department. He doesn't know anything about your case. He doesn't even know that it's scheduled. Having received that information, ma'am, are you still prepared to proceed with your plea this morning?
Yes, Your Honor.
Ma'am, you understand that if the court accepts your plea this morning, you will not have a trial of any kind.
Yes, Your Honor.
You will not have the opportunity to present witnesses on your own behalf or see and cross-examine witnesses put forth by the prosecutor.
Yes, Your Honor.
And ma'am, you're entering this plea freely and voluntarily?
Yes, Your Honor.
You haven't been threatened in any way, promised anything to get you to plead guilty?
No, Your Honor.
Are you pleading guilty because you are in fact guilty?
Yes, Your Honor.
Ms. Coates, is it true that on October 29, 2023 in Van Buren Township, you went into the Walmart while it was open to the public for business? You removed items from the shelf totaling $136.75 and passed all points of payment without making payment for those items?
Yes, Your Honor.
Satisfied, Ms. Manarino?
Satisfied, Your Honor.
Ms. Coates, the court accepts your plea of guilty as charged to the retail fraud as indicated by Ms. Manarino. Sentence in this matter will be delayed for a period of 6 months, ma'am, so long as you incur no new criminal cases in the state of Michigan for the next 6 months and pay costs totaling $300. The matter will be administratively reviewed for dismissal. Do you need more than 5 days to pay the $300?
Yes, Your Honor.
Then, ma'am, what we'll do is we'll move you into the collections room. You'll speak to a member of the court's collection staff. They'll set a payment plan in this matter. They can add it to the payment plan you have with the court on another unrelated matter. The only other thing that's required of you, Ms. Coates, is that you present yourself to the Van Buren Township Department of Public Safety by December 15th, 2023. There's an order for fingerprints. Your fingerprints must be taken. Is there anything else, Ms. Manarino?
No, Your Honor. Thank you.
Thank you. Good luck to you, Ms. Coates. Please go in and speak to the collection staff. This is 23VB026980I, Van Buren Township versus Sukar.
Yes, ma'am.
Angela Manarino on behalf of the people, Your Honor.
State your name for me, sir.
My first name, MAWAFFAQ. Last name, Sukar, SUKK.
Thank you, Mr. Sukar. Today was the day and time set for the formal hearing in this matter. Have you had the opportunity to speak to the prosecutor?
I did.
Ms. Manarino, how are we proceeding this morning?
Your Honor, I did speak to Mr. Sukar. We're unable to reach a resolution of this matter. I, however, do have a couple of issues with proceeding this morning. One, the officer who issued the citation is still on leave, and I was not able to get a copy of the video. I am asking that the court grant a brief adjournment of this matter.
Mr. Sukar, the issuing officer being unavailable due to being on leave, the court will be adjourning this matter. The next available date that we have for this formal hearing is
December 21st at 11:15.
December 21st at 11:15.
December 21st, I probably will be out of country visiting my mom overseas. I'm leaving at the 27th.
You're leaving the next day?
No, I'm leaving on 27th of November and coming back 35 days later. But you know, Honor, I'm sorry. I'm not trying to give anybody a hard time. If the prosecutor she offered me the double ticket, no points, nothing. If that's make it easy for everybody, I'll just take it. I was just trying to give.
Mr. Sukar, I'm interrupting you because it's not a matter of easy. We're here all the time anyway. If you want to plead responsible to the double parking, we can do that. If you want to have a hearing, we'll do the hearing after you're back from visiting your mom.
If there is no point, Your Honor, it's not gonna affect me because I'm a truck driver. I'll just take the double ticket what she offered me, and I'll guilty for that, as long as no points.
It's not guilty, it's responsible, but if you want to plead
That's-
responsible to double parking,
They'll get him on a payment plan. Maybe the judge will reach.
Mr. Mena, is that what it is, Ms. Manarino, double parking?
Your Honor, I did offer him double parking, and just, I think it was $180 that he had posted as a bond, and that would be fine in terms of fines and costs.
Nothing.
Then, Mr. Sukar, if that's how you wish to proceed, the court will accept your plea of responsible to the double parking, apply the bond that you've posted, and close this matter out.
Yeah, no points, Your Honor, right?
Correct, sir.
Okay, I'll plead guilty for that.
Responsible.
Responsible. I'm sorry.
Thank you. The court accepts your plea of responsible, sir.
Thank you,
We'll
ma'am.
apply the bond and we'll close the file, okay?
So what I paid, this was gonna cover the cost. I don't have to pay anything else, right?
It does.
Okay, thank you so
And we'll
much.
close it out. Thank you,
Thank
Mr. Sukar.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Ms. Manarino. Mr. Hadley, whoever that is with you, have them remove their cap. I'm ready to call whatever that case
Please
is.
take your hat off.
This
It's
is
Mr.
Momad
Lowe,
Lowe, Your Honor.
Oh,
You gotta take your hat off for the court.
have we seen the interpreter?
We have not, Your Honor. I've had a chance to meet with Mr. Lowe, and we're going to be availing ourselves of the people's plea. The interpreter services will not be necessary for today's trial.
This is 23 WM 001130M Wayne County Airport versus Lowe. Your appearances, please.
James
Morning,
Mena appearing on
Attorney
behalf of the airport, Your Honor.
Sorry about that, Mr. Mena. Attorney Josh Hadley, appearing on behalf of the defendant who's sitting to my right, Mr. Momad Lowe. Mr. Lowe, please state your name for the court.
MOMADGMLOWE.
Thank you. Mr. Hadley, the court doesn't know what that offer is. What's the resolution of the case?
Your Honor, our offer is for 771 for a period of 30 days. Your Honor, this case has been languishing since January of last year. We figure 30 days is appropriate. Upon completion of that 30-day period and payment of the fines and costs, the charge would be dismissed and the firearm can be returned.
We would concur with that, Your Honor.
Mr. Lowe, raise your right hand for me, please, sir. Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you give in this matter will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes. Yes.
Thank you, sir. You may put your hand down.
And Your Honor, we'll stipulate to the police report, incident report as the basis for the plea entry. If Mr. Mena, do you have any issue using that for the factual basis?
I have no objection, Your Honor. I have a copy if you want me to run it in, if you need to see it.
And Your Honor, I could just basically state on January 29th of 2023. Would you like me to go ahead and just enter the elements, Your Honor? I'm sorry. We'll let you decide how you want to do this.
No, I just have a simple question. Mr. Lowe, on January 29, 2023, did you take a firearm through airport security?
Yeah.
The court satisfied will take the plea pursuant to 771.1 for a period of 1 month. Mr. Lowe, so long as you pay costs in this matter of $500, the matter will be administratively reviewed for dismissal in 30 days. Do you need more than 5 days to pay that amount, sir?
Thank you. No, Your Honor. He's indicated he's going to be making a debit card payment before the 5 days.
I appreciate that. Anything else, Mr. Mena?
No, Your Honor. Thank you.
Anything else, Mr. Hadley?
No, Your Honor, I'll just let the record state that I have advised Mr. Lowe the steps that he'll need to take after a successful completion of the 771 to retrieve the firearm. If he has any further questions, he's welcome to reach out to me in the future. Thank you for your time.
Thank you. Thank you. Have a good day. Good luck to you, Mr. Lowe.
Thank you, Your Honor.
What's going on?
What's that?
What's going on with age?
No. I don't think so, right?
It's not. That's why I'm like, you can't come.
You want me to bring the
his attorney here? Did they talk to Ms. Manarino? Ms. Manarino, Mr. Dick is here with his attorney. Do you need to speak with them after I call Ms. Regay's case?
Yes, Your Honor.
Give me, This is 23VB031660M Van Buren Township versus Kelly Regay. Oh, I'm sorry, there was MIDC involved in this file. I don't know. I just work here. So they did a tree lighting in Harris Park last night. It was nice. Mr. Holloway?
Yes, ma'am.
I've called your name a couple of times. We have not seen your attorney this morning. Have you spoken to them?
I have not.
They have not appeared this morning. When was the last time you had contact or communication with Ms. Pilkowitz?
The last time I seen you, the beginning of last month.
That was October 18th.
Yeah.
Have you called them this morning?
I have not.
Okay. Do you have the phone number?
Yes, I do.
Why don't you call your attorney? I'm here. If they log on, I'll call the case.
Okay. All right.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Zion Williams,
Yes, Your Honor.
how are you this morning?
Good. How are you?
I am super. Are you standing in for Mr. Batar, Miss Medina?
Yes, I am, Your Honor. I apologize. I am.
No, don't apologize. I just looked up and saw somebody else pop in. I don't like people to sit and wait if they don't have to. This is 2306210D, Van Buren Township versus Graham Williams. Your appearance, please.
Crystal Marie Medina, Your Honor, on behalf of Mr. Williams, I am standing in for his attorney of record, Mr. Daniel Batar. Is that with your permission, sir? Is that okay?
Yes.
Your Honor, I did have the opportunity to speak with Ms. Manarino, and I would just like to know the current offer in the case, which was a plea to impaired and a dismissal of the original operating while intoxicated and assault and battery. I just relayed that offer to Mr. Williams, and we would ask just for a brief adjournment for him to consider that, Your Honor. And if that's
Brief
okay, of
like
course.
December 7th or brief like December 21st?
I think brief like, sir, do you have any preference?
If December 21st is all right.
And Ms. Manarino, is that okay with you?
Yeah, I have no objection to the adjournment request, Your Honor.
At 8:40, Judge.
8:40 a.m. on December 21st. Back here on Zoom, back in courtroom number 1. Anything else, Ms. Manarino?
No, Your Honor, thank you.
Anything else, Ms. Medina?
No, Your Honor, thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you for your patience this morning. I'll see you on December 21st.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Ms. Medina, did you speak to Ms. Regay?
I have not, Your Honor. I can speak with her, but I have not spoken with her. I was going to speak to Gary Gambro. It seems that that's another Daniel Batar case, but I could speak to Ms. Regay.
Oh, it looks like maybe she was supposed to speak to Mr. Jadal. I can't tell. And the interpreter is in with Mr. Mena. Is Mr. Mena in the hallway?
He's in his office.
No, he's not. I'm looking at his office.
Oh, you know what? He's in Ryman.
Judge, Ms. Regay cannot join a breakout room. She said she's unable to.
I'm ready to proceed if that's okay.
I'm trying, ma'am, but we're trying to get you in to talk to the court-appointed attorney.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
And you seem to be having maybe some technical issues?
Yes, my charger isn't working as correctly. I got like 4%.
Your Honor, I will be speaking to Mr. Gambro in the meantime, and then I'll be right back out if the court needs me to speak with Ms. Reagan.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Ma'am, if your charge isn't working and you can't get in to talk to the attorney, what we can do is adjourn the case and have you come back on December 7th.
December 7th, okay.
Yeah.
At what time, ma'am?
9:40.
Give me a second, we'll get it.
Okay, sorry.
You said, I'm sorry, you said 9:40?
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you, ma'am.
9:30, December 7th?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Judge.
Thank you.
Have a good day.
You too. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Ms. Manarino, Mr. Dick and his attorney are here. I started to say that, and I'm not sure if you relayed to them your state of affairs.
I have not, Your Honor. If Mr. Biggs, if I can get a number for Mr. Biggs, I can give him a call since they're there in person.
I'll send you the number that we had. Oh, you know what? Would you get a cell phone number from him, please? Thank you. Give me
Thank you,
one
Your
moment.
Honor.
Officer Brooks is going to get that good number.
Sorry to make the court play messenger, Judge.
Oh, we call that Thursday.
Thank you.
Any luck, Mr. Holloway?
No, ma'am.
So, Mr. Holloway, what we can do is adjourn this matter out to December, either the 7th or the 21st, to allow you time to be in contact and communication with your attorney.
Okay.
Judge, which date did you want a time for? I'm sorry.
Let's say the 21st, so it gives Mr. Holloway time to be in touch with his attorney.
Sure, at 8:50.
At 8:50 a.m. back here on Zoom. Mr. Holloway, we'll mail notice to you as well, but when you're in contact with Ms. Pilkowitz, you can let them know December 21st at 8:50 a.m., please.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Be safe. Really? Yeah, I figured that's where it's from. I have all kinds of questions about why you have that, but I'm going. My father has stuff from Manufacturers Bank. I'm like, dude, are you kidding me?
He's coming in.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome. It is. Good morning.
Good morning, good afternoon. It's gonna be a great day.
It's going to be 62 degrees.
And we're almost done.
Really? What do you think this is?
All these people haven't shown up.
Correct.
And that's what I was gonna see, Your Honor, if you need anything from me before I leave, since the bench trial is no longer happening.
I'll take these down when you're done, when you're ready. You gotta put these all on the record.
I do, because nothing else. What else is going on today?
I was looking for Lowe.
Yeah, he's in there. I've already put it on the side.
I know. It's taking about 10 seconds.
That train left the station 2 days ago with the phone. Your Honor, I don't see you have a great weekend.
You too, sir.
Are you arraignment counsel tomorrow? Or attorney counsel? Are you arraignment judge?
Why are you asking me questions about stuff?
It's not lunchtime. We're talking.
No, I'm not. I have I have ordinance docket tomorrow for some reason.
We just don't usually know who it's gonna, a lot of times it used to be, I knew which judge it was gonna be. A lot of times now, I'm not sure who's gonna.
I don't know why you don't just ask for a copy of the arraignment schedule. They have it downstairs. This way is more fun.
One customer and 38.
It's something like that.
All right, I'll let you know what's going on.
Thank you.
Unless you hear it first.
I am moving Mr. Gambro back into the main session.
Thank you. This is 230-679 OD Van Buren Township versus Gary Gambro. Your appearances, please.
Angela Mannering on behalf of the people.
And Crystal Marie Medina, Your Honor, on behalf of Mr. Gambro, I am standing in for his attorney of record, Mr. Daniel Bitar. Is that with your permission, sir? Is that okay for today's purposes?
Yes,
Would you please state your full name for the record?
I'm Gary Gambro Jr.
Thank you. Today's the day and time scheduled for the adjourned pretrial. Ms. Medina, how are we proceeding?
Are in receipt of discovery, and we are appreciative of the current offer of operating while visibly impaired. However, Mr. Gambro would like a little bit more of an opportunity for us to discuss that discovery, Your Honor. If we could have a December 21st adjourned pretrial date, since I just scheduled Mr. Bitar's other case for that. And it's
December 21st at
8:40, Judge.
at 8:40 a.m. back here on Zoom, back here in number 1, Mr. Gambro, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. Anything else, Ms. Manarino?
No, Your Honor, thank you.
Anything else, Ms. Medina?
No, Your Honor, thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. I'll see you on the 21st. Have a good day.
Thank you, you too.
Thank you.
And was the other individual she was already taken care of?
We adjourned it. There was some technology issue.
Okay, so does it seem that we are all set for the day, Your Honor?
Miss Medina, I'm looking. And Mr. Jadala, I'm looking. I don't see anyone else. Our last matter was scheduled at 10:45. We're well past that time. Anyone who is not already here is deemed to be in default and untimely. Thank you for your assistance this morning.
Thank you, and I want to apologize to everyone because on literally earlier this week, I logged in at 8. The docket didn't start till 8:30. Sling says 8:30. The offers I got from Greco started at 8:30. I'm very sorry because I logged in at 8:25. I'm like, oh my God, 8 a.m.'s everywhere. I'm very sorry. I will be.
Miss Medina, do not apologize. All is well. We're done at 11:15. I'll call that a win all day, every day.
Thank you guys so much. I appreciate you all, and it's always a pleasure working with everyone. Truly, it really is. Thank you guys.
Thanks, Crystal.
Have a good day.
And Judge, there was a Kelly Reggae that logged in but was not really joined, and I've been waiting for a while to see if they turned up, but they have not turned up.
She lost her charge and was having other technology issues. We adjourned the matter over, I think, until the 21st. I'm not sure, Mr. Jadala, don't quote me. But we did adjourn the matter based on the technology issue.
It was adjourned to the 7th at 9:40.
Thank you, Mary Ann.
Well, thank you guys. You guys enjoy the rest of your day and your weekend.
Thanks, Sammer.
You too.
All right, guys. Bye.
I'll get those orders over to you this afternoon.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Sir, if you would give me just one moment, please. Thank you. Mary Ann, when you get a moment.
Yes, ma'am. Do you need me out there?
I do, thank you.
Yep, sure.
Yeah, that's what that is. These are 23VB02090ON and 23VB00930ON. These are Van Buren Township versus David William Dick. May I have your appearances, please?
Good morning, Your Honor. Angela Mandarin on behalf of the people.
Good morning, Your Honor. Brandon Biggs on behalf of Mr. Dick.
Good morning, Mr. Dick. Today is the day and time set for the formal hearings in these matters. Ms. Manarino.
Your Honor, I had the opportunity to speak with Mr. Biggs by phone this morning. He is agreeable to my adjournment request. We are asking the court to reset these matters for December 21st.
(11:30), Mr. Biggs?
On the 21st?
Yes, sir.
Fine with me, David. 11:30, yes, Your Honor.
11:30 on December the 21st. Anything else, Ms. Manarino?
No, Your Honor, thank you.
Anything else, Mr. Biggs?
Not at this time, Your Honor. Thank you.
Thank you. I'll see you on the 21st. Have a good
Thank you, Your Honor.
afternoon.
You too.
Ms. Manorino, that concluded our court's docket. It appears that the MIDC attorneys have all gone. All that remains are defaults and, I'm sorry, bench warrants and show causes.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, ma'am. Have a good day.
You too. Thank you, Judge.
Hey.
How are you?
I'm super. What's going on?
I had to get dressed up.
I didn't realize you were here. I missed the regular pile of stuff that's on the ledge behind you.
Yeah, well, because we had the trial schedule, so I had to make sure. That's it. And finally pulled it out.
I was very impressed by that.
I was too, so. All right.
Everything else good? Yeah,